What is happening, everybody? Welcome back to Tour Life. Today is Tuesday, December 9th. Did you guys miss us? We were MIA for a few weeks, but we are back and ready to get the off-season disc golf news, updates, all your favorite disc golf content right here. Yuli is having some sort of technical issues. I'm not really quite sure what's going on there, so hopefully we'll get him to pop on. But we got Gary here, and he's in the UN office. What is that? What that is?
Yeah, we're right from the newsroom.
I like it. Now, is that going to is your background for those that are listening? Gary is in some sort of green screen background situation right now. Is that something that you're looking to change throughout the year, or are you dead set on what you got there?
Oh, we'll change it throughout the year. We'll have fun with it.
Okay, fair enough. I'm looking forward to seeing what you come up with. But yes, we are back after a couple weeks off. Took the holidays off. Had a trip up to Lynchburg. Did some 24-hour live stream up there, which Gary, you were probably very happy not to have been a part of that.
Oh, man, you guys needed energy. You guys needed some energy there late at night.
I was definitely second guessing my decision making throughout the night. The problem that I had was all the people that didn't have like a good excuse to leave left early. So I was left with people that were like my kids and all this stuff. And I was like, I guess I'm just staying for all 24 hours. So
I'm always curious how that goes because, Hunter, Trevor, Connor, all those guys, I feel like they have these ideas for the 24-hour thing and they're like, oh, this is great. This is awesome. And then hour 18 hits and like, I have a family, I have kids. And then it just tires out.
Yeah, I think Hunter's plan was to stay in, because me and Hunter going into it, we weren't going to take any money out of the pool. So I think his plan was to stay in till 11 o'clock or so and then kind of bounce. But he ended up not being able to get out when he wanted to. So he was like in limbo time kind of thing. But it was a lot of fun. Apparently I love disc dying. Had no idea. Also apologize to all the fans out there. I apparently have done disc dying before. I claimed that was my first time ever. And Kelsey was very quick when I got home to be like, I didn't want to call you out or anything, but we've dyed disc before. I was like, what? She's like, yeah, years ago. Someone sent you, but it was the shaving cream. And it was way messier and not as fun and really didn't make any good discs. But I don't know if Mike, can you find those discs that I made?
Oh yeah, on Brad's Instagram, I think.
Yeah, right? I think Brad's Instagram might have put it up, or I think it's like Disc Dyer Guild or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you can take a screenshot of that, Mike, and throw it up for us, because I actually made some pretty decent designs, and it was a lot of fun. It was a good time to do. We filmed a video up there, which was a very ambitious video where it was myself, Hunter, Connor, and Tyler doing a Luna only at New London. We were playing the FPO layout, and for those that haven't seen it, AB went out there and did it, his Luna battle with Paul, and ended up shooting 17 under with just a Luna on that course. So we said, hey, let's go out when it's 40 degrees and see if we can do the same, but playing, best shot amongst us. So it's very weird. Every time I go up there, I get the same thing. Oh man, it's never this cold, or oh man, last week was so nice. The weather up there is always bad when I go up there. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
How was your week? Or was it 2 weeks? It was 2 weeks. Yeah. How were your 2 weeks off?
2 weeks have been great. Thanksgiving was fantastic, and I'm fired up. We're in the gym grind, Brody.
Hey, let's go, Gary.
Yep. I'm a nighttime gym person, so I'm actually going after Tour Life.
Oh, I just got back from the gym, so I just ate a pound of chicken. Very
Nice.
ravenous, very ravenous. But heck yeah, dude, that's awesome to hear. Awesome to hear. Speaking of food, go-to side item at Thanksgiving. What's your go-to?
Ooh, it doesn't count. I think gravy's the best part of Thanksgiving because it's what brings everything together. Side item.
Never been a gravy guy.
I'm a stuffing person.
Never. I don't think I've actually have ever tasted gravy other than maybe like you dip a spoon in it and you lick it and you're like, yeah, I don't want to eat that.
I'm sorry for everything you've been through then.
No, everything tastes delicious without it. No, I don't need it. I feel like gravy is something that you need if the stuff you're eating doesn't taste good by itself.
Well, it depends. Like gravies, it's almost like pouring, MSG onto your stuff. If it's good, it makes it better. If it's not good, it makes it good. So,
his Instagram, I believe, is all business Brad. I believe is the Instagram account. I'm gonna go again. Gravy's a tough one because it's like a sauce. It's not really a side.
Yeah, that's what I said. Stuffing is like my side. Like
stuffing. Oh, that's another one where I'm just like no interest in eating that.
Yeah, you can't get with the poultry seasoning.
Kelsey is making this new. I say new. She's probably it's probably an old recipe in the family, but I've had it the last 2 Thanksgivings and it's awesome. It's cornbread casserole.
Yeah, it's a thing that's circling our family too.
Man, do I love that. Good old cornbread casserole. So that probably is up there. Also, if you get a really good roll and get like the butter melted in it, that's tough to beat as well. So all right. Anything else to talk about? Why did you play any tournaments? Oh, look at it. Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, so the top left one was the first one I made. Top right was the second. Bottom left was the third, and the bottom right, which is my favorite, is I was starting to get kind of creative. So like the top left and the top right, I was paying it. I followed the instructions of what they were saying to do. Yuli, what's happening? The bottom left, I kind of a little bit freestyled to get that design. And then the bottom right, I 100% freestyled to get that design. I kind of just went with it. So some cool stuff. I like it a lot. And I might be doing some more.
Yeah. They look great. The juice was worth the squeeze.
Yeah. Yuli, welcome. Sorry you're having some technical issues.
I hate computers.
It's the worst. Well, you know what it is? It's because you're doing those live streams. I guarantee that's why. Computers don't like it when you do stuff.
I know. It's true.
I bet it's like you have live streams now. And so then when you come on this, it's like, whoa.
Something happened. Yeah, they were telling me I couldn't. They just blocked all my stuff. I had to go through all these steps. I did all the steps 22 times. And then I just had to go up here and click a certain button. It was easy.
There's 2 things I've been working on for like 3 weeks now. The first one was switching my YouTube AdSense over to my business instead of it, coming to me as like a sole proprietor, having it run through my business. That's been taking forever. I think it's finally done. And then the second one was setting up my backdoor Roth. I had to fire basically 2 financial advisors to finally be able to do it.
Wow.
And I got it done today. Kelsey's not done yet because she still has money in her SEP IRA. But for anyone that knows anything about the backdoor Roth, my God, it's very scary when you start clicking the buttons because you don't want the IRS knocking at your door if you're doing it incorrectly. So, all right, Yuli, 2 weeks off. Anything crazy happen? Anything cool happen?
Crazy cool? No, nothing crazy, nothing cool. I mean, it's cool stuff happened. Yeah. But I mean,
tell us about it. I freaking went up and did a 24-hour live stream.
What?
Yeah, brother.
Yeah. Crushing it.
I was on YouTube for 24 hours. You think you're doing these little live stream Vlogmas things? I was online for 24 hours straight.
I'm doing those so I don't have to play in the rain.
I was going insane. by myself. I was by myself for 2 hours. I was just talking to chat.
For 2 hours? You mean for 24 hours?
No. I wasn't by myself for 24 hours. Every 2 hours, someone got eliminated and left.
Oh.
I was the last one standing, and I had 4 hours by myself. And for 2 hours, I sat in a chair from like 6 o'clock to 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the morning. I just talked to the chat after being live for 20 hours.
Oh man.
And I was
a sight to see.
I don't know where I was. And then I was like, I think me and Trevor towards the end me and Hunter, I think, played a game of Madden or something. And like there was times where my character would like catch the kickoff and he wouldn't move for a second. And then a second or two, he'd start running. And Hunter would be like, "Oh wow, that was a crazy strategy." I'm like, honestly, I think I might have passed out. I think I might have passed out mid kickoff. So I was during the game, I would see the kickoff, I would fall asleep while the ball was in the air, and a second or so after I caught the ball, I would wake up and like start playing. It was tough. It was tough, but hey, we did it. So yeah, before we pull McBeth on, give me something for the people that you did over these last 2 weeks.
I mean, I went to Arizona for right about a week.
Mm-hmm.
Got to see the family. Thanksgiving,
Love that.
obviously. Filmed a bunch of videos. Got to play with AB and Cupcake. Got to play with my brother. Got to play with Ricky and Zach. All videos on my channel, so go check those out. And every time I go back to Arizona in the winter, I get mad at myself for leaving.
No, I'm moving to Florida, brother.
It is no.
Yeah,
you don't understand. No.
I do understand.
No, you don't actually at all.
Oh,
you actually don't.
No.
Oh, how long have you lived in Arizona?
No, I know what you're going to say, and I'm going to tell you right now. Cold sucks. Hot is the best. It is what it is.
But the thing with Arizona is the winter. It's like they have AC on. It's just like a little baby AC coming down all the time. I woke up every day going outside and being like, I forgot about this. This is perfect. This is perfect weather.
Mm-hmm.
It was incredible, man. I don't know. And then I come back here, raining. There's sleet. You know what sleet is?
Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah,
ever.
it's awful, isn't it?
Yeah, everything cold is there's nothing
cold, man.
Cold is where
cold is the enemy.
Yeah, cold is like, hey, let's go do something cold. Let's go snowboarding. Let's go to the cold for a little bit, and then let's leave. Let's
vacation to the cold.
Vacation to the cold. Get the flip out of the cold. Cold is not a hey. Let's embrace the cold for 3 months.
Let's live in the
Sometimes
cold.
you have to do it though. We can't all be blessed.
That's because you
to
live.
live
No,
in
that's
Texas.
the thing is you don't have to do it. You have a choice. You literally have a choice. There are so many places in the world that aren't.
I think I have a choice.
People definitely have the disposable income just to go wherever they want.
No, you could move. You could move.
Yeah, we could.
You have to sacrifice. Some people would have to sacrifice, but
you have to get another job.
Is it worth the sacrifice? I think so. I would like to go outside. Is that too much to ask? Is it too much to ask to be able to go outside? I was talking to 2 guys today that were trapped inside their house. They couldn't go outside.
Man,
there was ice on the roads. They couldn't go anywhere.
They're stuck. What about the guys who get stuck? The snow comes, they're buried.
You open the door and it's just all
It's
snow.
like this is what you see.
Snow.
Snow falls in. You're like,
All right.
Yeah, man.
Let's bring him on. Comeback player of the year.
That's a crazy accolade to add to the resume.
Yeah, it's a very interesting one that like not a lot of other sports have, but we have him here. Paul McBeth joins Tour Life once again. Comeback player of the year 2025 Disc Golf Pro Tour one of the awards that the people voting got right, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Paul, how's it going, bro?
Yes.
Not too bad. I appreciate you guys having me. This is working, right? My audio?
Yeah, we hear you
All right,
loud
cool,
and clear.
cool.
What are your
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I was just going to ask you about the weather, but go ahead. You probably have something more important to say.
No, I was just gonna say, yeah, the comeback player of the year. It's a cool little thing. I don't think I'm the one that should be deserving of it, but I think last year would have been when I was qualified for that. But here we are, 2025.
Yeah, it's a weird award that doesn't, they're still working out the kinks.
Maybe most improved.
We got. I don't know
from the year before, and then all of a sudden you're winning a couple.
You gotta. I mean, clearly Paul Kranz is the most improved, right? Like
I don't know if he won
No,
2 times on the.
I don't know about that.
Probably Solly, if I had to guess.
Ooh,
Sullivan tipped him.
Ooh,
that's nice.
Ezra's up
with
there
the
too.
heat.
I mean,
Already.
Ezra Aderhold, you could
Ezra's
also
up
say
there.
it's so tough to say, and maybe there's a good question to start off is I think sometimes we look at the macro and we say, okay, well, this person was like 70th in the world and now they're 20th versus someone that's like 10th in the world and now they're winning tournaments and they're getting top fives. In your opinion, what do you think when we're talking about most improved? What do you think is a bigger achievement to be, just another guy on tour and then kind of get in the mix, or be someone that has been solid, but now you're winning or, getting top threes, top fives?
Yeah, that's definitely a tough question to answer. I think both are you improve drastically for both. I think the consistency side is the biggest probably change between 10th to 5th is your skill probably doesn't improve a whole lot, but your consistency round to round really changes. But if you're talking 50th to 10th, you're definitely learning some tools. So there's probably a big skill jump there.
And that's
yeah.
kind of what I think about you winning like comeback player. Is like, I don't think necessarily you were like playing better in the sense of like you picked up new tools and you had better shots. I think it was just specific rounds didn't exist that existed in the past that kind of knocked you out. Also, as you know, like nowadays, certain things have to happen for you to win tournaments. It is sometimes, a disc hitting something and staying in bounds towards the end. Like a few things have to kind of go your way to win. That's with pretty much everyone. And so like, that's another award that's kind of weird because I think comeback to me sometimes feels like someone that was at a high level and then completely like fell off the planet for whatever reason and then kind of came back. To me, I don't feel like you ever really fell off, but I guess what are your thoughts on winning the award?
Yeah, I think 2024 is when I should have won the award. I mean, I tore my labrum. I didn't play. I played one event from July until the start of the 2024 season. So that was about 7 months of not playing. So that was like an actual comeback from an injury and stuff like that. But I see the difference of I didn't win in 2024. I won in 2025. So I see why people would have voted or put me in this position. But I don't think from 2024 to 2025 I should have been comeback player of the year. But
you can give it back. I heard you
my
can give it back.
But I didn't even get. Yeah, maybe I could.
Double it,
I
pass
think
on to the
told
next
them
person.
too. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what like Notre Dame's doing, right? They're just saying we're not even going to go to their bowl game because you're not letting us in the playoffs. Basically, you can do the same thing. You say I don't want the award.
Yeah, but I also think FPO they kind of missed a nominee as well. I think Katrina should have been in there. She had a whole baby.
Yep.
Yeah,
So,
yeah. I was going to say on the FPO side, obviously the pregnancy is there. Do you see on the MPO side, other than someone coming back from an injury? Can you win this award without coming back from an injury? I mean, can you give it to like someone that goes off like a Mari Vilma situation where he's going off to like his military duty and they go like, it just seems like it's an award that literally is like, hey, this person got injured and now they're back. I know Paige Pierce, I think, won it coming back from her, foot or ankle injury.
Yeah.
So is this really just like whoever got injured and is playing the best after their injury award?
I think that's going to be a majority of the winners, but I also think there's other situations that could happen
Yeah.
as well. But I think that's kind of what it's going to be leaning on. But I think that's kind of where it should be. Not necessarily comeback player of the year. I think most improved is a better title for this.
Yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
it seems like the most improved and comeback player of the year sometimes has a little bit of an overlap with it. Yeah, so what's since we last talked, what's been up with your off season? How's it going? Any updates on the Paul McBeth Foundation? And then obviously we saw the big announcement that you guys are going to I believe the tour, I don't know what the technical tournament is, but with the Jomez Pro Series, you guys just announced that one of your courses is going to be on that
The
tour as
finale.
well.
Yeah.
Finale.
Is that what
Yeah.
they're calling it? The Jomez Pro Series finale? Is that the term? All right. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
yeah, it is the finale. I don't know the full title of it and all that stuff, but that'll be at Cactus Rock. So that'll be Dylan Cease's course that I was able to design, which I think it's going to be a good Jomez Tour Series kind of event, like especially the finale, because they don't really have the infrastructure there yet to host like a live broadcast. I've heard that
Mhm.
they're getting a tower out there for for signal purposes, but I'm unsure how far away that is. So I'm excited for them there. That'll be really fun. I know the crew there is always pushing. I haven't seen the course in maybe close to a year. I saw it right before the Texas swing last year, and they were making some big improvements. But I've yet to seen it since then. But I know they're hard working on that place.
You
So
gonna play any
that
of those events?
it's kind of hard, especially early in the season, because I'll be flying in, flying out with Hannah and Pablo here. So it'd be hard to go 3 straight weeks and one of them just being a Jomez event, which I think they'll be fun, but that's not really what Discraft is having us play right now.
What
But
do you have any
Go ahead.
intel, being the finale, do you have any intel of what their goal is? Because it seems like the Disc Golf Pro Tour has been trying to search for something the last couple of years and really hasn't stuck with something. Are they trying to create a secondary tour that's for players that maybe don't necessarily get featured as much, or players that aren't able to kind of get their name in the spotlight on the Disc Golf Pro Tour? Is that like their overall goal with another tour like this?
I honestly I'm unsure because I'm truly just the course designer of that course, so I don't have any details on the back end or what they needed to do to make that happen. I think that's Dylan and his crew, that the other co-owners for that property. So I don't know any details, but my guess would be what you said, as well as documenting and showcasing these courses that unfortunately don't have the infrastructure to host a live event yet, hopefully. But these are definitely tour worthy courses that they're going to. I think minus Waco. I think Waco has been on the tour. I think it has a fun little place, but as far as the growth of where the tour is going, I don't think it's going to be on the tour. Um,
Mhm.
but I think it's a good little fit because they do have a pretty solid market there. Even though Austin's still really close, people like going to Waco because it is more of an intimate setting. People can get closer to the action. But yeah, I think courses like that were once on the tour can also fit in this Jomez this series as well.
Okay. So it's a little mixture
Yeah.
of maybe some courses that don't fit on the pro
Mhm.
tour, but are still strategically
Mhm.
placed, timing wise for players to kind of go. And then on top of that, maybe like it is a little bit of a trial run for the pro tour to be like, hey, let's see, this course isn't maybe ready for a disc golf pro tour, but maybe in a couple
Yeah.
years we'll see how it goes. Okay. So that
Yeah,
makes
and
sense. Yeah.
I think it allows them to grow the talent not only as the players but also on their back end as far as their cameraman. They get to try some more marketing packages, media stuff, some graphics. So I think they'll be able to do a lot of that stuff too, to grow on the inside, as well as the playing side.
Yeah, because
Gary,
they were
did you?
saying
Yeah, go ahead, Gary.
they were saying I think that there could possibly even be like some different kind of commentary on those events too. So it sounds like
Mhm.
different people are going to be getting
Yeah.
some different attempts at some stuff, which is really neat.
What while we're kind of talking about tours and everything, where are you right now going into 2026 as far as the disc golf pro tour in general and players trying to become full-time pro athletes on the Disc Golf Pro Tour. I think we've seen kind of in the last 5 or 6 years some ups and downs. We're seeing a lot of players this year either make announcements saying they're no longer touring or they're doing more of a short tour. We're seeing a lot of companies maybe not giving out as much money or giving out as many sponsorships to players as we've seen in the past. So where are your thoughts on the Disc Golf Pro Tour? Healthy, unhealthy, trending up? Like where do you think it is going into 2026?
Yeah, I mean, I think two notable names of people that kind of retired in a way, like Proctor and Callaway, they were players that they kind of toured early, then they went away, whether it was school or family, and then they came back and toured. So it's not really a surprise that those two players retired from the tour, because they have done that in the past. But I also think, contracts are getting a little bit tighter. I think in a lot of, because they're at the end of the day, they're endorsements. They're not like team sports, where it's a team, you got a salary, you got a salary cap and stuff like that, to where it's an allotted amount of money going to this group of people. These are basically business endorsements, to where these companies are signing players that they think can help their business.
Yep.
And so it is kind of hard for these companies to invest in every top professional player that plays this game. There's so many of us. I mean, we are a small market, but I mean, there's so many players compared to how many manufacturers there truly are. If you count House's Disc as one company, there's really only like 5 that sponsor players. So I think it is tight for disc manufacturer sponsors. There's not a whole lot of contracts to go around, with the 100 and what do we have? Maybe 150 tour card holders or something like that.
It's getting
that,
up there. Mm-hmm.
So there isn't that many contracts to go around. So it does sound like it's tight, and then the tour is getting more expensive to travel, and a lot of the players have been doing this for 10 plus years now. You only want to share a vehicle, share a hotel for so long, and a lot of them are strangers nowadays. So many players, you kind of have to fit into these groups. You see this crew that Yuli hangs out with, AB, Turner, all them, Goose, Ezra. They get Airbnbs, they have fun. It's you find a group like that, you can make touring really fun, probably on the cheaper end, but it is it's hard to organize that for 20 plus events, week in and week out. And then you got Europe now more prominent on top of it. So I think the tour is doing good, but I think it is more difficult now to play all these events, to where when Yuli and I used to tour 15 years ago, you'd only have to pick 6 to 10 events to really travel to, and then you can kind of drive to the rest. So I think it's doing well. I think financially it's doing well, but it's just it's getting more difficult to find these disc manufacturers as our main sponsor, because that number, as far as manufacturers, isn't growing too much, unfortunately.
Yeah, where do you see the growth possibility? I've kind of gone back and forth with a couple people that view disc golf as this amazing sport that everyone should play, and there's no reason that it shouldn't be as popular as the NFL or the MLB and all this, right? It's just a matter of time, where I've kind of given out examples of where, I think it sits more in a niche category. I think there's certain things, because of the nature of it, of where, the most of the people that consume the content are actually players, people that actually play. We don't really have that many people consuming it that don't participate at all in the sport, versus baseball, basketball, football. Those sports have tons of people that watch that don't ever pick up a football or play in a league or anything. And I'm just curious where your thoughts are with the growth of it and how viable of an option it is. Because I think right now, obviously, I think we can all agree it's very different than a lot of other professional sports, of where, hey, you made it as a professional, you're on the tour, you're set. That's not the case with disc golf. You could lose a lot of money if you don't end up playing well and do a full tour. So, like, what are your thoughts on kind of the growth of disc golf?
Sure. Yeah, no, I definitely agree. I think, we all gamble on ourselves in sports. It's a huge gamble to try to be professional in a sport. You're really betting on yourself, and that's for any sport. It's not secured at all. Even if you make it to the pros, nothing's really guaranteed until you get that first big deal, and that's usually not your first handful of years in whatever sport you're playing. So it's always a grind no matter what. But I think the accessibility of disc golf is huge, because it is an individual sport. There's a reason soccer is so big, because you just need a ball and you can dribble around and learn. And that's such a worldwide sport, because you just need one ball and you have people and you can play, and that's it. It's so accessible to so many people. Disc golf can be that way. I think disc golf was created with a frisbee and people throwing it at an object, to where I think it could still get that kind of grassroots aspect in a lot of the world. If they do have frisbees, they're going to learn to do that, or they might see it on YouTube and stuff like that. Because I've met people on a cruise once that were working, and he's like, "Hey, are you that professional disc golfer?" And he was from India. He's like, "I've never played. I've just seen it on YouTube, and I recognize you." And I think it could become accessible like that, to where they might find frisbee and start it their own way. Do I think they'll be at the level of the US or Europe anytime soon? Probably not, unless they get a lot of help and interest in it. But you never know how fast these things can grow. We've seen Europe really explode after about the 10-year mark. It really took off, and now they're one of the most dominant, or Finland especially, is one of the most dominant countries in disc golf. But I think it will grow. It's in a very positive direction, but it's so hard to predict how fast that'll happen. But I do believe disc golf can be one of the biggest sports in the world, especially if money gets into it, sponsors get into it, and then the accessibility continues to grow, and these other countries continue to find it. But obviously, here in the U.S., we are one of the biggest markets for sports. So I think the U.S. will probably have to lead that charge.
It is interesting, because we just saw that disc golf was put in as an exhibition sport for the Southeast Asian Games. So like they're actually showcasing disc golf for potentially including it over there in the future. And like you look at events like this past weekend at Playa Lucia, where you had a division full of kids from Puerto Rico who are torching the course down there. It's just so neat to see disc golf grow. And I think you're positioned really well to see that, because of the work that you guys do with the Paul McBeth Foundation, to see, a seed get planted somewhere and then have it grow from there. I mean, you guys have been super busy this year, right?
Yeah. Every year since we started. And I think disc golf is kind of, we don't see this growth in the U.S. because we're not watching, the Southeast Asia sports, but you see the Olympics, and you see they dominate high dive, they dominate gymnastics, but we don't see that here in the U.S. But that is their sport, and they love it, and they drill that stuff, to where we might not see the growth of the Asian disc golf, in the Southeast or wherever in Asia. We won't really see that graphic, because we don't really watch those sports. We watch our main four and here and there, and whatever we watch on YouTube, if that's disc golf or other sports, we won't see it until it just smacks us in the face, and we're competing, and you see those countries just dominating.
I want to jump back to talking a little bit about the sponsors, because I think this is a very interesting topic. You being one of the few pros that have gotten sponsors that aren't disc golf companies involved with sponsoring you, whether it's through your social media or clothing to wear while you're playing, or shoes, or whatever it may be. Why do you think, what do you think is the biggest hurdle right now stopping more outside sponsors, so not disc golf companies, getting involved with tournaments, players, more of the pro disc golf scene?
Yeah, I actually listened to the episode not that long ago that Yuli was talking about sponsors and going out and getting sponsorships for the tour.
Yeah,
he's barley.
And how easy it is.
He's gonna get some big ones.
Burgers and barley, man. $1,000 going to the USDGC.
But
took me 2 minutes.
I think I think I've been in this game a long time. I've sat at some tables with some big sponsors, or big companies. I shouldn't say they were sponsors. They didn't really sponsor, but some big companies, and had these meetings of one of the hardest things I've learned was I had to sell myself to a company, but I wanted to be humble, but they just wanted to hear what I could bring to the table. They wanted to hear me talk about how good I am, what I'm going to do in the sport, how I can help them as a company, and what just basically how great I am. Like that's what they wanted to hear. They wanted to hear me say that about myself. But that's one of the most difficult things to do. So it's like trying to find that fine line of putting those two things together, being humble, bragging about yourself, and then landing a deal on top of it. Um, it I got a lot of no's, and I think that's one thing that a lot of people are scared to do is go to these meetings and get told no, we're not interested, or this isn't for us, and just hearing these no's. But you're going to learn so much from doing that, and I feel like the pro tour right now and kind of where disc golf is anytime they get a deal, they take it. It's like, oh, this is such big news. This is this and this. Of course, you want to talk great about these sponsors and these endorsements, um, but we never know how big they truly are, and we don't see them stay for a long time, and they're not necessarily notable companies that we know or heard of. Barbasol's we heard of. We've probably all used it before. Maybe not Yuli, but we've all used this before. But it's these are just, I think these are meetings that they're gonna have to learn from. And they're gonna have to be told no. And I learned also, if you sell yourself and you're like, hey, I believe I'm worth $10,000 for the year. Can you pay my entry fees? Can you pay me $1,000 a month? This is what I'm looking for as a sponsorship deal. And a company goes, yeah, let's do it. You definitely undersold yourself. You need to be like, hey, I think I'm worth this. My entry fees, I'm worth $10,000 a month. But if you hear them pause and think about it a little bit, you're like, okay, there's some interest, but they might say no. But hey, you're above that $1,000 a month now. Now we have some negotiating to do, and I feel like there just needs to be a lot more of that done, and a lot of no's. You need to hear a lot of no's, and I feel like I've been able to do that throughout the years. And yeah, sorry, I kind of got lost a little bit, but
yeah, no, I think what you're saying is definitely one of those, like, it's something for the grinders. It's the guys that, after a tournament, they're sitting in the parking lot, with their trunk open, trying to sell discs. They're trying to grind, and it's I think that is where disc golf is right now. I don't think any company, unless they have a CEO's son that plays disc golf, or there's some sort of connection there that's like, hey, we got to try to sponsor someone. I don't think we're really on the radar on the majority of these companies that are sponsoring other sports. So yeah, to your point, you probably do need to try to get in some sort of door, emails, phone call, something to try to sell yourself, because I don't think people are knocking at your door being like, oh my gosh, we want to sponsor you. Which I don't know if that will ever be the case for disc golf. And I also don't know if that will ever be the case for the Pro Tour too. That was kind of a discussion that me and Yuli were having, of where, are there enough eyeballs to really get a company to come in and throw a bunch of money on the table? And this is where the whole question of, should the Pro Tour be a completely free broadcast, to try to get as many people as possible on there to be like, listen, look, we just had 100,000 people watch the final round of the USDGC, or whatever it may be. Like, those are numbers that you can take to companies and they'll actually maybe look at it. But like, taking to a company and saying, hey, we get 15,000 people to watch it, a lot of companies are like, it's not even worth the work to even like open up the idea of doing it. You know what I'm saying?
No, I agree. I think they need to go pretty much door to these companies and sell their product, and that's just kind of where the sport is now. So
yeah,
I think that's what needs to happen. And the Pro Tour's got the best product right now, and unfortunately, it falls on their shoulders, in my opinion. But us as players, I think we try to do our end as well, and keep ourselves as professional as possible, and showcase the sport as well as our talent, to help that, help the Pro Tour and help our own causes.
Yeah, because I think the other thing that's kind of missing right now, or what I'm seeing that's kind of missing, and maybe I don't know, and maybe this is just like, at the end of the day, a lot of these companies they have so much money, and the big thing is a lot of times, the reason why the ad spend in the fourth quarter is so high is because a lot of these companies don't want their budgets cut. If you're working in a certain department, you don't want to say, hey, we spent 25% less than we did last year, because what ends up happening is like the bosses go, oh, well, then we can cut your budget, right? So they end up spending a crap ton because they're trying to spend their entire budget so they don't get, cuts. And with that being said, a lot of them are just looking for ways to kind of dump money. And
Yep.
I feel like with Barbasol, I kind of get that vibe a little bit, because like they're not very
Their
active.
connection.
They're
No,
not
their
very
connection.
active in it,
Yeah.
right? They're
Yeah.
not posting it on their social media. They're not making
Yeah.
content from it. There's not really anything that's happening. The one that kind of jumps to me, actually, surprising enough, was your guys' sponsorship with chess.com, where they flew Magnus in, and there was actually some stuff happening around it. To me, I think that is vital with the sponsorship world, because to just have someone write you a check one time and just be like, yeah, put our name or throw a commercial up there. Like you want it to be involved. You want to have some synergy to really build something.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. And I think, you mentioned chess.com. They're still open to it, but they want to keep it at home in Utah, in Salt Lake City, where they're based.
Oh, it makes
So,
sense. Yeah.
We'll see if that happens in the future.
Yeah.
But they loved it, and they love disc golf, and they still had a small presence there last year, but nowhere near as what they did the first year. So hopefully Salt Lake City gets something in the future and they can be involved.
What is there like? Do you want like Barbasol's mascot to come fly in and be bouncing around the place, or what do you mean as far as their social media, like post about disc golf on their socials?
Yeah, I mean it's just activation. Yeah. So right, there's the way I view it, I love metaphors, so I'm gonna give you a metaphor, right?
Yeah.
Someone sends me $500 and says, hey, can you shoot a quick video wishing my buddy happy birthday? Hey man, happy birthday. Boom. Send it. Out of mind, out of thought, $500. That's the transaction. To me, that is impactful, but would be way more impactful was if I actually showed up and I actually did some sort, played around a disc golf with them, posted some, photos on our story together. Like those two things are completely separate. And I think right now, a lot of times what we see with disc golf outside, not disc golf companies, outside disc golf companies, is they just write a check, out of mind, go do whatever, and then peace out. And to me, we're missing out on it. And I've done a lot of brand deals in the past where I was willing to take less than my asking rate because they were bringing other stuff to the table. I was going to do, a video with Tony Hawk. It's like, yeah, I'll take 10% less to make a video of Tony Hawk. To me, that's a huge value add. And I think now, what's the value add that's happening other than the check?
Yeah. Well, I mean, just a simple idea too is Brody was talking about dyeing disc earlier. Like, why haven't they done a Barbasol shaving cream dye video or something like that? Why haven't they done these things?
I just don't think they care. I just don't think they care.
If you pulled up Barbasol's social medias right now, is it going to be whoever they sponsor? Is it going to be just divulging into whatever that is on there, or is it just going to be them advertising their own product with actors and making their own commercials? Because that's what I feel like a lot of. That's what I feel like a lot of those people do until they hire somebody from a sport or something to do a commercial for it, and then you have a spokesperson for them. But
you're kind of agreeing with me. If Barbasol sponsored the Super Bowl or sponsored some other sporting event, some big sporting event, I guarantee you they would have some sort of activation with the players, putting on Barbasol and shaving and doing something. There would be some. They wouldn't just write a check.
They do. I don't think they're just doing.
It's like Gillette and Tom Brady.
They do. I just checked. They do.
They do disc golf stuff.
They have not disc golf stuff, but they do posts usually that aren't just like buy our product. They did one where they worked with the youth basketball program. They did a big
charity program.
We're getting beat out by youth
Post
basketball.
for that.
Yuli.
Yeah,
Well, I know
Yep.
like Gillette did a lot with Tom Brady and stuff. He'd do all the
Yeah.
commercials. The stadium with
Athlete,
Gillette.
yeah.
Yeah.
2026 Barbasol Horizon League Championship.
I just I don't know. I'm struggling with this concept because I don't think that it's like they sponsor like these big time things and then not a billion little things. Like I guarantee, just like you just said, youth basketball, disc golf, you go down the line and they have millions and millions and millions in budgets from. I bet you they've sponsored some of your racing that you do. I bet you there's a sponsored race somewhere out there that you just don't know about and you didn't hear about because they're not posting. So yeah, I do think we're at that level, but just to say like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
they're
We're
just
at that-
willy-nilly money
we're at
around
that
like that. That's
Well, they are. I mean, that's my point. Is we are at that level of where they're just writing a check and not really caring too much about the actual activation of it.
Yeah. Like I think we could definitely bring more of an ROI to them if we had more intent on it and bring bigger numbers, but it's how do you show those bigger numbers, to their business?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they would give more money or more interest to do more videos and stuff.
Yeah. The disc dying is a fantastic thing, but the thing at the end of the day is what I think at the end of the day is it's so much easier to just be like naming rights, right? Like here's $20,000. We have the naming rights of this tournament versus here's $20,000. Now let's have an entire project team come up with ideas on how to activate. And then you get there and it's like, bro, there's 200 people on the ground. You see what I'm saying? Like, I think that's a lot of times what's happening right now is they just don't, like, to Paul's point, the return on investment,
tough.
They just aren't seeing it outside of just getting the naming rights.
Yeah, because you can do a lot of stuff with shaving cream too. You can like pretend it's holiday season. You can pretend to be Santa with some shaving cream, do some quick little funny videos, commercials for the off season, pay you Yuli $500 to do this, and it's nothing out of their $20,000 sponsorship.
That's a little bit below my rate.
Have some players shave their beards off if they miss the Barbasol
$500 and a year's worth of shaving cream.
Yeah, we're gonna
I need about a week's worth for the year.
Bump that up a little bit.
But
we'll see.
I think they could use that money and do some stuff that would definitely help. Raise the bar for the future years.
I do want to see. Go ahead, Yuli, go.
I was gonna completely change the subject when you
change the subject. I'm done talking about it.
Okay. Paul, let's get back to you, man.
Sure.
I want a grade. So last year, give me a grade on your season for you. C, B, D, F. Like, what do you got?
No, I would say probably C plus B minus because it was kind of only half a season that I played well. I feel like where things really felt good and clicked. And that would have been like after Europe. I feel like Europe is usually like a pretty it's kind of the point where my season really turns to the better. I don't know why. Sometimes I come out hot in the early part of the year and play really well all year. But usually when Europe comes, that's when my game really turns around and kicks into a high gear. And it might just be because the bigger events seem to be towards the middle to the end of the year. I feel like we kind of limp into the season at times. And that might be because Champions Cup is pretty new, so there wasn't any majors there, that we're really shooting for. Obviously, you want to win every tournament, but things kind of step up towards that major season and end of the year. But I'd say like C plus B minus because I feel like it was just a solid half year for me.
Okay, so going into next year, what would an A season for McBeth look like? Like what accolades or
probably all top 10.
Need that. All top 10s, no wins.
Couple wins. No, a couple wins. Yeah.
And then A plus. Get that They get that world championship in there.
Top
Is that
5.
What we're looking
for?
Majors,
top 5s only.
Ooh. Okay.
What are your thoughts on Gannon saying like this next? Did he say it or did someone else? Did he say he was going to win the next
2? He said next 2.
Yeah. What are your thoughts on Gannon saying that he's going to win the next 2 worlds?
Guarantee.
Next 2 worlds, dude. After I beat him at Idlewild, I think he only finished first and in the top couple of spots once.
Did you break him?
He's a little shook right now.
You broke him at Idlewild.
Pull up his stats after Idlewild. He
I
won
got it.
D-Glow, and then it was not pretty for him. He didn't win anything else. He was barely in the battle for MVP, I think.
All right, so Idlewild.
Look at that point of his year.
So we've got. He won D-Glow.
Yeah, he won D-Glow. The one right after.
Yep, and then he got second at GMC
Fell off.
and second at MVP.
Yeah, fell off.
Yep.
And then what do you get at USDGC? I don't know.
Forgot. Yeah, what was that?
It wasn't. USDGC and Tour Championship were great, but Tour Championship I know he didn't get like the.
Yeah, he had a big stroke lead and fell down.
USDGC.
No,
I think his grandmother passed and stuff.
Yeah, he had family issues.
He had got 15th at USDGC and then 3rd of the Tour Championship. I'm sorry, 7th at USDGC. I lied, 7th.
Are we gonna see more people starting to do Legos now because of Gannon? You know, like we see tons of people, kind of in the older generation, not really an older generation, but players that watched you kind of win all the world championships. They do like the little,
I was lost on this question at first.
Yeah, so like, the thought is like, you see people do the little left foot dig into the dirt to putt. You see the form a lot. You had a huge impact, like every top player does, on like kind of the next generation. So are we going to just see kids building Lego sets in between, during backups? Is that what we're seeing now?
Maybe that's the next
I think every
endorsement.
kid plays Legos. Let's not give him that much credit.
I was anti-Lego. I was an anti-Lego guy.
Yeah,
Lincoln Logs and Connect.
We can
played
tell.
Legos.
We can tell.
Yeah. I didn't have Legos when I was a kid, but they got some cool collaborations now, so you kind of have to have at least one set of something. But I don't know. That could be good for business for Legos, but I don't know if that's the next thing that people are going to be doing.
They're making discs out of Legos now, so
yeah, there you go.
Wait, who's making discs out of Legos?
Trap Bannon just did Lego discs.
Oh yeah. You can just melt them down.
Oh,
Mix some other plastic. Yeah.
Interesting.
So maybe they are going to be playing with Legos.
Are we seeing any new discs in your bag next year? Let's go talk a little about discs. A lot of discs have kind of come out.
Yeah, I went and tested a new. Well, I guess it's technically not a new driver, but kind of retooling some stuff today. I went out and through, and it was a very good first day of seeing the flight of this disc. So that was really cool to do. Never like trying to retool something or tweak something. So that was fun, and we'll see if it happens or not. But one thing I did want to talk about was I did the Southwest. I think it's Southwest Invitational Disc Golf Tournament, which Yuli used to play back in the day.
You played in that this last week?
Yes, sir. Undefeated.
Oh my
well, actually, I had a tie.
No, who tied?
Wait, what is this? It's like what is it?
It's the greatest tournament of all time.
Dude, it 100% is. So it's a team tournament. Basically, it started with local courses would have teams of 12 players, I believe. Yes, it's 12 players. So when I first started playing it back in like 2008, it was 7 open players, like 2 masters, a grandmaster age player, maybe 2 grandmasters, an FPO player, and you would go play these 12-hole match plays against people that are the same seed as you. And there was 8 teams so it was like Huntington Beach, La Mirada, Oak Grove, Arizona had a team, Santa Cruz had a team, Oregon had a team. This year, Vegas had a team. So there's all these locations with these teams, and you would go head to head. So like Huntington Beach would play San Diego, and one would go against one for a 12-hole match play, and then you would see which team. Yep, you would see which team had the best record head to head for that 12-hole match, and they would be the winner. Sometimes there's ties, and you have to do the tiebreaker at the end. But
did they do it at Morley Field still?
So no, it was in this place called Lake. Well, they started moving it to the winners location
Okay.
for a little bit.
Okay.
So
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, so if you win it, you
Mhm.
take it. So last year or 2 years ago, it was at Oak Grove won it in San Diego, and then they brought it back, and it was at Oak Grove. So as long as their course can do it. But yeah, I went down there and played that last weekend. Huntington Beach won. So I played on the team in 2015. That was the last time Huntington Beach won. And then came back and played it this year, 2025, and Team Huntington Beach won. So it was really cool. But I was thinking how cool of a team Arizona would have if you set that up, Yuli.
Oh,
So
next year we're in.
you got to get in. You got to bring your team. Arizona's got a couple players in the Open. But the thing too is the courses are like set up for Masters, Grandmasters. So like
Oh, cool.
this is like anyone can win these kind of things. You're playing longest hole was 378 feet, I think. Shortest hole is like 200. Some holes are technical. So it gets pretty challenging. So we had a finals match of 18 holes, and I shot 17 down and only won by 2. So
Yeah,
it was
birdie or die at its finest.
Yep. So I played Sias Elmore from San Diego.
Oh,
So
famous for the thumb race at Worlds.
Yes. Yeah, he threw no thumbers, but
yeah. I like it. Speaking of team, are you looking forward to potentially partaking in the doubles tournament coming up at Preserve this year? And if so, thoughts on your partner?
All Lunas.
Gannon Burr. Huh? No. AB reached out to me about that. So
oh, there you go.
I didn't hear what you said, Gary.
I said Lunas only for you and AB there?
Sure. I did play a match at the thing with only Lunas. So I went head to head with someone with John Tompkins. I went only Lunas against his full bag. It was my closest match. That wasn't a tie. But
the double thing is gonna be it's gonna be interesting.
Do you like it, Paul?
Yeah. I would like it not at that course. That course is just so open. I have no clue what it's gonna be like. So I'm curious what kind of changes they're gonna do to challenge the doubles teams. Because it's best shot and ultimate format? Shot with the modified world games.
Okay,
I know it's a best shot. Yeah, go ahead. Gary.
Yeah, the first 2 rounds are best shot doubles. The third round is alternate shot from the world game style, where one partner has to tee off 9 times and the other partner tees off 9 times, and you can't tee off more than 2 times in a row. So you can be strategic about who takes what tee shot.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I like the 2 rounds of best shot out there. That seems like it's just gonna be a bloodbath.
They're tightening the course. Kale talked about how they're going to be restricting a lot of the fairways down and trying to make the course harder for people. And they're turning a lot of the sand traps that aren't played as hazards. They're turning them into actual hazards.
Yeah,
we're gonna have them on, I think, next week to chat about it.
Yeah.
Good.
But I'm glad. I'm happy they're having something like that, though. We've been wanting something like that for a few years now.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be fun. I'm curious. That wouldn't be my first or top 5 pick for courses to do this, but we'll see what they can turn that place into. Because I mean, it is, I think, 3 courses typically, and then they just turn it into the 1 for the Preserve.
Mm-hmm.
So do you think there will be a lot of power teams like yourself and AB? Do you think that will be the way that a lot of the top 10 players will go? They want to team up with another top 10 guy?
It's 4 points, so I feel like you have to.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because that way, if you're losing points, it's both of you guys losing points.
Yeah, and it counts as a win too.
Yeah,
no, I don't think it does.
It counts as a win with a different classification.
Yep.
Yeah.
What's the classification?
Elite Series double. So it's an elite. It's in the Elite Series
classification.
Yeah, classified as doubles.
Yeah. Oh, so if this is your first time winning, then you would not be a tour winner, but you would be interesting. Okay, I don't hate that.
It's why you don't get automatically entered into the Pro Tour Championship for winning. You just get an automatic tour card for the next season.
Well, who would you? I mean, I think you and AB. It's tough to think of a team that's better than that. So, like, who do you see yourself having the best? Who's got the best chance to beat you guys or compete with
Gary and myself for one.
Mm-hmm.
Easy.
Yep. I think the Robinson brothers is going to be a cool little combo.
Oh, that'll be a good team.
Simon Eagle, I'm guessing.
Is
Yeah,
Gannon and
Simon
Calvin
Eagle
going to
high.
team up? That's
Yeah.
scary.
Gannon and
yeah, see, it's
Calvin.
kind of like they're 1-2 in points typically, so it wouldn't change anything for points for them. They could play great, or they could just take
Yeah.
last. They'll still be. Won't
I
have
need
any
to.
effect
I
on
need to
them,
see
but
meltdowns. I need to see teams getting pissed off at each other. That's what I'm really hoping for. I want to
What do you
see that.
What do you think about them doing the alt shot for the third round? Because I've heard a lot of arguments that you want to see best shot doubles in the last round. That way, like if a team was down, you can have people running the basket and like trying for that big dramatic moment.
well, I think alternate shot's probably going to have the most dramatic, just because you're relying on one shot per throw. So I think that'll have the most stroke separation compared to best shot. Like in reality, depending on how weird or I mean, I don't know how they're going to lay that course out to make it extremely challenging in a way, but minus OB, it's going to be pretty tight with everyone score wise. You have one person throw it inbounds and then the other person goes for something wild, but best shot, I think it's just going to be super tight the first 2 rounds.
There's going to be a lot of people going into the final round within striking distance. I know that.
Yeah, so it'll definitely cause drama with the alternate shot.
So let's say it comes down to the wire, you and AB are, you're coming to the last hole. That you're probably either going to be taking the drive or taking the putt to win the whole thing. Which of those two would you like to be the person responsible for?
If it's an 18 that we normally play there, the par 5, then it's him throwing the drive, me taking the putt.
There you go.
Yeah. Well,
it wouldn't go like that.
It'd probably be
that
way.
It's
a par 5, so I would take the drive, he'd take the upshot, I'd take the putt.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would give him, if it's a par 3, he can have the drive, I'll take the putt.
I would not want the drive on that par 3. Heck no.
Well, I guess in general though, like let's say it's at any course
available.
Do you want the pressure of the drive or the pressure of the putt? That's a.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's whoever's just putting better at the time.
Yeah.
You got anything else going on, Paul? Anything else you want? We appreciate you hopping on here and chatting with us.
No, I just want Arizona to get a team in the team challenge and get Yuli and the squad over there. Give us a run for our money next year.
Let's go over my team real quick. You don't want us there.
No, I do. I want to go back. I want my team was stacked with young talent, so we got a chance at these 300-foot holes.
Come on, we got big bro Pete Ulibarri in the Masters.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
All right, I already went through it. Let's see who are your 5. You have 7 to pick from. Let's see who you're gonna.
Oh, open. All right, we got
open.
Big Rick. We got AB.
Yep. It's only 5 open.
We got Big Ols.
Yeah.
I'll probably be number 5, honestly. Mike Lassie, probably still up there, dude.
I think even Goose and Ezra would qualify for this.
Really? Yeah, what qualifies for like
that.
What qualifies for your town? How can you? Is it just like if you
gotta
pass
live there?
by?
Well, so like some places they have a better benefit. Like Arizona has the whole state to choose from.
Yeah.
Oregon had the whole state, but like Huntington Beach would just choose the local area. And then they had, like, for example, this year they had Central Valley. So basically anyone from the Central Valley can be Santa Cruz gets like Santa Cruz area up there. And then they used to have Northern California. So you can kind of pick all the
I think you have to be a resident or you had to have been born there. Otherwise you're cooked. Like you can't just even though we did the year we won, we had a lot of people. I think we had somebody on our team from California.
Yeah, sometimes you need them. Sometimes you have to fill in spots. Yeah, you had someone like fill in for someone that couldn't make it or something.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that this isn't something that's really regulated
Devin
that
Owens
much.
Lives in
That's who I was thinking, the lefty. Nasty.
Yeah. But sometimes, like, if a certain area doesn't have a team, they'll let people in. Like, AB could have played for Huntington Beach this year because Arizona didn't have a team. And he almost did.
Just to get them into play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you got to start recruiting.
Send me the info. Send me the email. We'll connect the dots. I'll be there next year.
But yeah,
it's like it's the best tournament of all time. Some of my favorite memories
so fun.
are from there.
It is so fun. Yeah.
You got anything in the pipeline? I'm sure a lot of people listening right now are eager to get some Christmas gifts or maybe, write their little letters to Santa. So anything in the pipeline with Discraft this December for those eager for Christmas shopping?
I
just tested
unfortunately
a
don't
disc.
know. Yeah, I was testing this. It won't be Christmas. It'll be hopefully next year sometime.
But there might
I
be
don't.
other products out, Yuli, that
I
are
know.
available for purchase.
I this year I don't have anything, unfortunately, for people to purchase. I think the battle packs was a big fun thing, and hopefully some people have a battle pack sitting under their tree for Christmas.
It's a great
For
thing to
sure.
open up.
I haven't heard anything. I haven't heard anything about a golden ticket yet, so maybe it's under someone's tree right now.
Ooh, could
So
you
if they're-
imagine a little
that'd be
kid
crazy.
opening that present?
Yeah, if you're
That's-
thinking about a
that'd
gift, I'm
be
sure
electric.
shops still have battle packs for sale. So
I was
there's a
gonna
cool
say
little
that's
thing to
where
toss
that's
into
where
it.
the prices start getting real crazy is when
Yeah.
a month goes by and it's still no one. I think there's like a one of one Patrick Mahomes that has never or is it Steph Curry? There's a Steph Curry card that I think is his rookie
Yeah,
something
his one of
that
one. Yep.
that's never been discovered at least to the public. And there's
It's
theories
just in a
out there
tire,
that's
in a bike tire, just.
Yep.
yeah, there's theories that someone opened it that didn't know what they were. There's theories that it's someone has it, but they're not saying that they have it. But yeah, no one has claimed the golden ticket has been announced. So
Not as far as I know.
I thought I had a chance. We had like 4 or 5 of them to open. No, none of them.
Any
No,
redemptions?
No.
No, done here.
I opened
No,
it
no.
like 3, 4, 5 of them.
Yeah, I did see.
I
I did see the clear Lunas with the skulls. Those are pretty clean.
Yeah, those are nasty. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we won't take up any
That's
more of your
it.
time, brother. We appreciate
appreciate
you
it.
hopping on there. Good luck with
Yeah,
the
thank you,
off
Paul.
season and have a
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to you and your
Yep.
family.
Thank you. Merry Christmas to you guys as well. Have a good one.
All right. Take it easy. There
Yep.
you have it. The comeback player of the year 2025, Gary. What an award. I agree with him, though. It does seem kind of like a comeback player and most improved kind of seems
It's tough.
too
It's a fine
overlappy.
line. Yeah,
it's like too
fine line.
overlappy.
Yeah.
All right. That, obviously went a little bit longer than we probably were expecting. But Gary, I know
Good
you
chat. It should.
had
Yeah.
hey, great
Yeah,
chat.
good
Great
time.
chat. I know you have a couple topics you want to hit, Gary. So fire away.
A few of them. First of all, huge thank you to everybody
Pew,
for.
pew, pew, world news.
That's right.
Breaking.
Huge thank you to everybody for the support for Brad. That was awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely killing it. Yuli said he heard he put it all in black. So
Come on, Brad. Double up, baby.
He got the evaluation today. I talked to him. So he's got an appointment set up, and he should be back with new eyes in January.
Wow.
That's
That's
awesome.
fantastic news. That is awesome. That is so
This
awesome.
is really cool.
Was he
There we go.
planning on getting it this soon? Or did the GoFundMe
think so.
help him be able to get it done
Faster for
than-
sure, without a doubt.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Well, hey, shout out to all you guys listening.
Yeah, you
Whether
guys are
you
awesome.
whether you donated or just shared it, anyone that kind of helped him get to this goal, shout out to you, and we'll have Brad back on with his new eyes. Watch out.
We covered a couple of the stuff there with Paul. I don't think there's too much to dig into with the end of the year awards, unless you wanted to tackle the conversation of whether or not the Holland Missy thing. But I think that Hunter beat that one to death over on Grip Locked already. One thing that was really interesting, speaking of eyes and watching, the Disc Golf Fanatic, all credit to them for this one. They reached out to the Disc Golf Network trying to find out what the top viewed events were in 2025 in terms of total viewership on there. And they responded. They actually, gave them a list, not the actual figures, but here's a list of events by viewership.
Why don't you think they gave the figures? Because they're not impressive?
Maybe because they're not as big as they'd like them to be. But
Right? That's the only reason not to have it on there.
Yeah, but one thing that's worth pointing out here that every single major and almost all of the DGPT Plus events are all stacked at the top. One notable, one not. If you look at the very bottom of the list, the European Disc Golf Festival.
So, quick question. Is that okay? Did we get any insight of what does this mean? Does this mean that if 25,000 people watched every day and it was a 4-day tournament, that number would be 100,000?
So he referred to this as total viewership. Let me see if I can grab his.
And like, does Jomez factor into this too?
No,
or
this is Disc Golf Network. This does not include any outside sources.
So this is live behind the paywall.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's their 15 most viewed events on their platform. The list is based only on Disc Golf Network viewership numbers provided directly by the Disc Golf Pro Tour, excluding all other media distribution.
So this is most likely unique viewership too, because most people, you might get a couple people that watch, for a few hours, leave, and then come back, and they're probably counted as 2 views for live. But yeah, I mean, this isn't all that surprising, right? Worlds makes a lot of sense. Not only is it the longest tournament, right? It has the most days, so you have an extra day to get viewership. It's also the most important. Champions Cup. That's a little bit interesting that one is as high as it is.
Yeah, USDGC, I would, if I had to guess, would have been
Paywall.
2.
Paywall for USDGC.
Oh,
yeah.
wow. And it's still
separate
Holy
from
moly.
paywall, separate from the Disc Golf Pro Tour. Open in Austin, not very surprising. First big tournament of the year. Everyone's super ready, and everyone probably giving the Disc Golf Network a chance, right? Like, you subscribe, let's see how it is. And then I'm sure their subscriptions probably slowly decline throughout the year. Ledgestone, people love that tournament. That's not super surprising. Music City being that high is a little surprising to me.
That's the first one that jumped out to me.
Yeah, that one, that beating out MVP Open, that is surprising.
Yep. There is one very surprising snub here that's not on this list.
Oh, it's not even on the list.
Yep.
Vermont.
Yep. There's no GMC here. Yeah. So, yeah, I thought this was just interesting.
I think that kind of goes towards my thought a little bit of where people are unsubscribing throughout the year. So like, if you're, because go backwards, Gary, from the last tournament to the first tournament. So like, go backwards and let's just see if my theory is right.
Yeah. So you obviously have the Pro Tour Championship.
Not on here.
Yeah, it is. It is
11th.
You've got USDGC
behind a paywall.
Yep, that's number 7, so it's still there.
Yep.
You've got MVP
8.
Yep, Green Mountain Championship not there.
Yep.
D-Glow 5th.
5. Yep.
Idlewild
14.
Ledgestone
4.
I'm noticeably there's no European events here, so I'm gonna just move past that. Well, I guess technically you have the European majors, but you've got Turku there, not listed.
Yeah.
Then you got Worlds.
You
got the festival, which is 15th. No Crocol listed. No PCS. Discmania Challenge.
No.
Which is interesting. And European. Oh, that's not. Never mind. Sorry. USWDGC not on there, but that's a tough one being a single. Preserve not on there. And then you got Ale Northwest Disc Golf Championship, which is 10th.
Yeah.
Konopiche, and then Cascade, which isn't on the list. So you kind of have that little section there in the middle, like where you got
a lot
Cascade.
of people are watching disc golf. Yeah.
Yeah. GMC is just interesting because of MVP being up there. The events bookended around GMC are.
Well, it's a playoff event too. You would think that is going to be a huge weekend in sports, is the playoff weekend.
Well, maybe it was. Was that was there a big sporting event going on?
Oh, you're saying outside of disc golf?
Yeah, like to where it was taking viewership away.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. That was kind of my thought, is I think you have a lot of people probably switch at a certain point from watching live to watching Jomez.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah.
my guess.
Right.
Oh, interesting. Some people are saying that Music City might have been juiced up because if that was the situation with all the drama going on. You remember?
Right. With all
That was
the
that was
yeah.
one of the biggest storylines of the year. So that might have someone Dan just talked about that in the chat.
Yeah. Same thing with Champions Cup. I don't know if like rewatches, if like you're a unique viewer and you're rewatching on DGN. Champions Cup going back to see the foot fault.
Yeah. Yeah. It's tough to say without the numbers and really how they're doing this, but interesting list. Interesting list there, Gary.
Yeah, especially with a European event being at the top. So because you like you look at 15, you see the disc golf festival, and you're like, oh, it's European. You know, no one's going to watch that, but the top event is in Europe as well. So
I mean, I think you're gonna have the World Championships at Dash's Track, and it'll be the most watched.
True. There we go. 2030 Dash's Track World Championship. The only other thing worth bringing up, we kind of touched on a little bit, was that the tour ticket prices kind of have been released or teased at certain events, and some of them are pretty high, being as high as like $60+ at some events to go to. And it brought up a really interesting conversation of why are we not making events more affordable for people to go to get more people on the grounds, and then monetizing their attendance as opposed to trying to make them pay a whole bunch up front and hoping they spend more money at the event itself. And you partner that along with at Worlds, they're doing a lot to really make it affordable for people, offering $10 day passes. So it's like there's a weird disconnect there.
You can't charge more than $10 to go watch disc golf. Right? Like it's like just general admission. You can't, maybe 15 if you're like a major event, maybe, but like, I don't know how many events that we just saw a bunch of them. I don't know how many of those events am I thinking like $10 is like, I don't know. You're not getting a lot.
65 too high, $10 no. I completely disagree with you.
You think higher than $10 for general admission?
General admission,
to walk around on grass.
I just went to downtown Rock Hill for their little light show, and it was $25. Like, let's be honest. But
no, they're also marketing.
That's different.
I mean, here,
no,
yeah,
it's not different. You're going to see a product.
No,
and they set it up, and you go down there. Yes, it isn't different. And in fact, the fact that you bring that up, Gary, is actually hilarious to me because I go to downtown Rock Hills because they have these little light shows that they pop up, right? And then you can go around, and then you can buy a drink, and you can buy hot cocoa, and you can do these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how is that different?
Because
no. I'm asking Gary.
Well, first of all, you're talking about an event made for like a local area as opposed to a sporting event that people typically tend to travel to. So so
it should be more expensive.
No.
Disc golf. Why? I would love to hear this.
It shouldn't be. The biggest argument, I think, is always the best argument, is if I'm going to a disc golf event as a diehard, I'll pay the larger funds. I can't get anyone who is like a casual to a less than casual fan to come with me. Like, for instance, I would never want to buy, or my wife would never want to buy a ticket to go with me to see this event because we're not paying $126 to go watch a Pro Tour event.
I'm not talking about that.
$63.
I'm talking about $25, Gary.
25 is still a lot.
You have
a family of three. If you're someone who
dinner.
If you're someone who isn't
but dinner, you gain something from it. You're getting a good meal.
What are we?
Yes, but you
get to go watch Anthony Barilla, and you get to watch Gannon Burr live.
A lot of people don't care.
Yes, but people don't care.
Yes, and those people don't buy the ticket.
But
you want the diehards to buy the tickets.
But you
don't want the diehards to be your main ticket source. You won't be able to get a bunch of people there
at that price.
You got to make it to where it's like
I'm
almost
half agreeing with you. I'm not going to $10. That's great.
All right. let me talk about something that's near and dear to me because it literally just happened. We go to a gym, and it's very expensive. I'm gonna be blatantly honest. It's very expensive, and I just got an email saying their very expensive monthly rate is going up in January by another $60. A lot of gyms charge $60, and those are nice gyms. $60 a month. That's like a nice gym membership. This one was increasing its already super expensive rate, $60 more. So the only thing that jumped out at me is because Kelsey told me that the wait list for this gym is ridiculous. She has people trying to get in this gym. They just can't get in. The wait list is so high. So to me, what they're doing in their head is, hey, we have 2,000 people on the wait list. If we juice up the number, a bunch of people are going to cancel like I did. Cancel. Screw that. I'm not paying that. There's a bunch of people that are dying to come in that are going to pay that price. So they are literally having too many people that they cannot get into the gym. Your light show, Yuli, if your light show was free, it would be chaos. It would be absolute chaos because the amount of people that would go to that, they would not be able to withstand it. So my bet, my bet is they're charging a rate to try to keep it from being chaotic. And I bet if it was way too many people, they're probably going to go up next year. Disc golf, you can't get someone if you said, hey, I'm giving away a free meal, show up to this random course in the middle of nowhere. You can't get people to go there. So that's where my point is, like, we can't be charging this much. You got to try to make it as attractive
as
$64
a day.
No, it's 64.
Okay.
64 for
For
the
how
3
many
day.
days? Yeah, okay.
The 3-day pass. But still,
No, but still, you're making it sound like
it's
this one and done thing.
This $25 is expensive.
You're still looking at it from like the lens of someone who really loves disc golf. Let's say I have a family in town on one of the weekends, like there's a disc golf event, and I try to get my brother-in-law to come to this event with me. He's not super into disc golf. He's gonna see $25. I'm not going to that. $25. That's
Yuli. They are competing. They are competing with the number one sports franchise in the world. The Dallas Cowboys offer $25 at select games for standing room only. Standing room only. You can go to a Dallas Cowboys game for $25. That is the biggest franchise.
With binoculars. It's not the same. No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. No, it's not. How much is it to go to watch the PGA Tour? How much?
General admission at like a random course?
Yes.
Probably less than $25.
No, it's like right around $40, $45.
Established history of events.
No way.
There's a rich established history of events there. If you make it
a sporting event where it's less than like that's 25. That's less than. Oh my god! It's less than $25 a day to go watch.
Daniel says $5 for MLB games.
Yep.
I mean,
here's the thing. I
How much
agree
do
with
they charge for your beer at the MLB game?
I agree with you, but that's
how they get you.
Point. That's the point.
You get them people there, and then you get them to buy more stuff.
You get them.
We got to get the people in, Yuli.
You monetize the people being there. And disc golf has this problem where like events go on and they're like, well, we have to make this amount of money or else we're going to come away with a loss from this weekend. And so they put up defensive ticket prices to get people into the venue. No, it's how we're restricting people. You lower the price.
The MLB is just a horrible. It's just they literally changed the rules of the game to get people to even watch it at this point. Like we're not talking.
It's one of the biggest sports on the planet. It'd be very, very difficult.
Yeah, and it's dying.
To learn something from that.
Yes, and it's dying, Gary.
I don't think baseball is better than it's been the last several years.
Why?
But they're making the games faster, which is making it easier to view.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
So
Why? Because
they're
weren't going to the games, Gary.
I know they're making adjustments, but I'm saying to you that if we had ticket prices lower for these Pro Tour events, you get more people on the grounds. They're going to spend more money there, and all they have to do is work with the vendors to get more vendors in the door, and by doing and not charge the vendors flat rates, but charge them percentage based out of what they make It goes to the venue. They make their money back, and they invest in this over the course of a couple years, and they're going to have larger attendance at all their events.
Okay, so I am seeing Yuli practice rounds.
No, I don't want no practice round. Give me the brass
So
tacks.
I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt that you were right. Practice rounds are like 30, 35 bucks. And then at select events, you can get 40 to 50 bucks for general admission.
I've gone to a lot of tournaments.
But my question to you is, if I pay 50 bucks and show up at a PGA Tour event, and I pay $25 and show up at a Disc Golf Pro Tour event, am I only getting double the value at a PGA Tour event?
You're not even getting that. What do you mean? No, you're getting way more value out of disc golf tournament. Yeah, yes. Okay. Let me tell you something.
I'm
okay.
pissing in the woods, Yuli. There's no bathrooms for me.
What do you go? What do you go? Why do you go watch a sport? Do you go watch a sport to make sure you have a porta potty, or do you go to a sport to watch the best players in the world?
This is actually
Which
weird.
one? No, Gary. I want him to answer
a little
this
bit
question.
for this.
No, I want him to answer this question. Which one do you go for? Do you go so you can have a clean restroom, or do you want to go watch Rory McIlroy hit bombs? Which one is it?
Here's the thing. Is it a sport? Is it a sport that I love, or is it a sport that I'm like
golf?
Eh?
You love golf.
I know, but is it a sport? Yes, we're not asking about the people that love disc golf. We're talking about the casuals, the ones that most of the time fill up the stadiums and fill up the general admission tickets.
Oh my goodness, dude! The casuals don't just fill up.
If you could beat Taylor,
what are you talking about? You know how many fans there are in the world for football, basketball, and golf across the world?
That's why they charge the prices they do.
The casuals come with the diehards, man.
No, it's not casuals, Gary. What are we talking about?
The casuals come with the diehards. They won't come with the diehards at the prices of July.
If I told a buddy, hey bud, here's the thing, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna take you to watch the best disc golfers in the world, and he has no clue what it is. I go, it's gonna cost $50 for 3 straight days. He's gonna say, okay, deal.
No, $50 a day.
It's not $50 a day. What do we?
I thought it was $25 a day. I thought that's what the whole argument was.
Some stuff can be that expensive.
$64, he said.
But some can be for 3-day passes. It's easily over $20 for most places. But some of these tickets are even larger than that.
I'll give you something. How about I'll throw you guys a little bone? How about you make Thursday, Friday $10? You can get all your little people that you think don't want to go, but they're gonna go, just to go for the nice restrooms. And then on the final day, can we charge $25? Can we charge a measly $25 to watch the best players in the world? Or is that a no?
The restroom argument's not one for me, though. That's a different thing. I actually agree there's a lot of value that a person can get at a disc golf event compared to
So we just don't care about female fans?
No, I care about female fans. I'm just saying, like, if you're going as a diehard fan,
you can't afford a decent PC or a boom mic. Yes, and I can still go to a basketball game and watch my favorite players.
When you pay $5 to $10 for something,
what can you pay $5 to $10 for?
Listen to me though. When you're paying
in sports, Brody,
people are just telling you an MLB game you get $5.
No, oh my gosh, that is.
All I'm saying is when you pay that little of amount, okay, when you're talking $5, $10, and even I would argue some people might not agree with me for the $10.
There was a point where you could go watch the Panthers, I think, for like $3.
Yes, they were trying to give tickets out.
But that's not the best players in the world.
My point.
That's not Kansas City.
Technically, I would argue that anyone in the NFL is one of the best players in the world. But my argument with this is the cheaper your prices, the more you can get away with, right? Because you're not expecting a whole lot. When you're now paying $25, $30, $35 and you show up and you see what a lot of these Disc Golf Pro Tour events have to offer for that price point, you're probably walking away disappointed if you're not a diehard disc golf fan.
How many people in the chat have gone to a Pro Tour event?
No. They're
No, no.
watching Tour Life on a
They're
Tuesday night.
watching a
They're
podcast
they're
about
gonna,
disc
they're
golf.
going to the event.
These are diehard fans, Yuli. These
Why
are
are
not
we talk-
people. These are not
Dude,
people that are
dude.
filling up stadiums. We don't have enough of them.
We're
in
talking.
every city.
We're talking about
going
this
to a
because
Hornets game, to your point, would be like going to a C tier, dude. Like it's you could argue that they're on the pro tour, sure, but it's not the same as going. Like how much is it to go watch the World Championships when it's
This
in the
year?
States?
At D-Glow, Gary said they were pretty affordable. Gary
How
said they're
much?
cheap.
it's gonna be $10 day passes.
Yeah, I think that's great.
Okay, how much is it to go to any other sport grand finale?
They charge what they charge because the interest is through the roof.
Wait, the $10 is the good thing though. Like I'm saying the $10 day pass should be the most we charge at any event.
I know,
Yeah, and that's
Yuli,
crazy. That's crazy to me.
Yuli, how are we not understanding this? My point is,
I understand what you're
no,
saying.
I
and
don't
No.
think you
I-
do. If
yeah.
I show up,
Just make
right
it
now-
free. Just make
No.
it free.
If I said, "Hey, I'm doing an event at AT&T Stadium where I'm going to be singing, and I charge $1,000 a ticket," I don't know if anyone buys it. But if I charge $5, maybe a couple people show up, and it turns out, guess what? Spoiler alert, really good singer. Word starts
think-
spreading. Brody's a really good singer, and all of a sudden, years from now, I have to charge $1,000 because there's so many people that want to come watch me sing.
I think the
I'm
hardest
gonna
part.
give you
that
guys.
at
I'm gonna
this
give
call.
you guys an example of how this.
Here we go.
Oh,
Yeah, here we go. Yeah, here we go.
It's hard
Here's
enough to bob and weave around Brody's analogies. I gotta do it now.
Yeah,
No,
now
my
here's another
analogies are
analogy.
great. My analogies are spot on
Okay.
tonight.
What are we missing in the sport? What are we missing? Money. People with money, right? People with money,
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
right? We don't have any of that, right?
Like people,
Like
where's
it's
the
not
money
like
going?
our demographic across the board isn't rich people like golf. How about that? I'll use golf.
Oh,
as an
you're talking
example.
about the people that play or watch disc golf have a lot of money. That's what we need. We don't
Yeah.
have that.
No, we don't have it.
Okay.
Why
Obviously.
can't lots of people with some money come together to
No,
make
no, no,
that
no,
big
no,
money?
no. So here's
You're
my
against the
example.
everyman.
What?
I would
Let me-
argue the majority of football fans do not have money. When I went
Yuli's
to
bought
when,
and paid for by Jeff Spring.
when
Yeah,
I,
yeah, they pay me a lot, man. Oh my!
When I
gosh,
went to
am
the Cowboys
rolling
game-
in the dough.
Dozens
went-
of dollars.
when I went to the Cowboys game, I was looking around and I was like, I wonder how many people put this on a credit card and have no means to be able to pay it. There's probably a lot of them. So I don't understand what this money analogy is.
Okay, let me go. Now you want to
listening.
make your point. Now I can make
Disney's
it
another great.
original.
People
How
go
many
crazy
people-
debt to
let me-
take their kids to Disney
Let
too.
me ask you this: how many people go to the park, the public park, on a weekend to have a picnic and a barbecue?
Not a lot.
Depends on
they-
the park. Depends.
No,
on
Less-
they're full
less-
actually.
Less than 0.1% of the population of that
Brody,
area.
Brody,
Don't
have
you
you
dare.
ever
Don't
been
you
to
dare.
a park on a weekend that's
Yes.
beautiful out?
Doing trick
And-
shots all the time. That
and
was
was
pretty
it
much
full?
it's pretty much a full decade of my life.
And it was full.
It was non-existent. Hence why if you go and watch my trick shot videos, no one's in the
been-
background.
I've been to parks that have people in them. Muley, go ahead and continue.
Popular
Yeah,
parks?
but
Are we
He'll
talking
argue-
about
he'll
are
argue
we
this
talking about
point.
Central Park in New York? Are we talking about popular parks? Or are we talking about some little dweeb park down the street?
A Dewey Park, sure.
Do you know how many parks? Do you know how many parks are in Dallas, Yuli? Take a guess. Just take a guess for me. Take a guess. How many public
How
parks
many
do you
nice
think?
days do you have in Dallas? How about that's a better guess?
I can tell you,
Hundreds.
410 public parks in Dallas.
You already did it?
410.
I
Way
love
too many
the
parks,
Dewey-
Yuli. Those things are not packed, dude. Those
They
things are
are.
not packed.
They are.
I'm gonna go to a park on Saturday and do a full 360.
And I'll go
there's
to a
not-
park on Saturday and I'll do a full 360.
Yeah,
It-
you probably know exactly what park is actually busy.
I'll go to 4 parks.
I'm gonna do it.
You're not going to 4 parks.
I'm gonna go to 4 dweeb parks in a row. I'm gonna find the dweebiest
First
park.
one to fill
All right,
out the
continue with your story of people utilizing
analogy.
free things. Well, technically, it's not free. We pay with our taxes.
We pay with our taxes, exactly.
Nothing's free.
You know what people with money do? They go spend money, Brody.
That's how money works.
I don't
That's
spend money. What the flip?
Well,
Don't you
you're
dare
an
tell me what I
anomaly.
do.
You've seen Brody's
I've-
card. He
I've-
doesn't spend
yeah,
money.
I have been. I mean, we haven't even ever been to a football game because it's too expensive. Apparently,
Those
get
boxes
in for
behind
free,
you,
though.
Brody,
we
speak
went
differently.
to a Cowboys game. I know. I do have an $8,000 box behind me. But that's
Which you're
different.
gonna
That's
flip
sports
into
cards.
money.
Yeah, exactly. That's different.
That's an investment.
No, I see what you're saying, but the thing to think right now that only rich people spend money is
No,
crazy.
No, you.
I
you're
would
in- you're in the sport
argue
at this
poor
point.
people spend
You know
more
how
money.
long it took for me to push this before you two were around in the disc golf world to even act like you could put a okay. This is a true story. Okay.
What's
Dodge-
with the parks? Wait, what happened with
No,
the parks?
No,
Are
no,
we
no.
going back to the
Yeah.
parks?
No, we're not. Steve
Okay,
Dodge
parks are
came to
done.
me
Okay.
and he said, "Hey, I want to start a new tour, and I need to talk to you about it." And we went to dinner, and there was a few of us. There was only a few, and we talked about all kinds of things. And one of the biggest arguments that I put forward was, people need to pay to watch us,
So we're here because of you, Yuli.
and we need to have ropes. And they told us, okay, they told me specifically, no ropes. We don't need ropes because we need accessibility to it. Like, we want everybody to come and everybody to feel like they're part of this thing. That's the coolest thing about disc golf. Okay, this was the first meeting with the Pro Tour, and we could have Steve Dodge in here and he could tell you about it. And
How
I
long
said,
ago was this?
I agree with you.
it was a long time ago.
You're
Like,
talking about like
before
a
the Pro
start-
Tour.
Back before you could conceptualize the idea of live and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
When being in attendance was the most important thing to success.
No, when the Pro Tour came, we had live. What are we talking about here, Gary?
I'm just making sure.
No,
just
you're
making sure.
not making sure. You're making.
Are you talking about just the evolution of a business?
No, I'm talking about this idea of it being free. Okay.
Yeah.
As soon as people started to pay, well, COVID happened and that really helped. But disc golf started growing in a way that we'd never seen before. You know why? Because it legitimizes your sport.
What year?
It legitimizes the sport.
I'm not saying it should be free. I think
Yeah,
we're
so
at,
exactly. No,
we're
$10.
at a
$10.
point. You got to do something to make
There's-
it to where people are willing to just take a shot at it.
We've reached stagnation. It's time
Uh,
to shake it up.
Mike threw on here a really good point. I don't think he was trying to make it, but he was just saying going to the movies is $20. When a movie was back, when it was back like $6 or $7 back in my day, you would take a shot at a movie. I don't really know much about it. My buddies
Keep the whole
all want to
family.
go. Yeah, I'm gonna go watch it. We'll see what
I hear
happens.
you. That's a pretty good
$20. I better really want to go see this movie. I'm
It's
not
more than
taking
that.
I'm not taking a
No.
flyer on a movie that's going to cost me $20. I need to know what I'm getting, and that's what I'm saying is right now we disc golf to continue to grow the live in-person experience.
It needs to be $10, not $25.
Well, like okay. I'm gonna do another. Gary, go ahead. I'm gonna do a little research. I'll be right back.
Okay.
You do know the economy is a lot different than like.
Oh, what is this?
Here we go.
What is this? PJ, I can't see what that.
It's $22 for Saints at Tennessee Titans tickets in section 319.
Oh my gosh, Scalpers Day Off.
That's
Yeah, nice.
stop it. People, these are the scalpers trying to sell it. Yuli.
This is crazy. This is the C tier. This is perfect. Yes, this is a great analogy.
It's an
Yes.
NFL game.
It's not an NFL game to the degree that people would pay. It would be like a C tier. Yes.
So the impetus behind all this is that we have a price point right now that gets X number of people at events. And I think we tend to do this thing in disc golf where we get super comfy and we don't move and we do a lot of things defensively. When I argue, the whole point of this is that we should play with the idea of lowering that cost for people to try to raise the amount of money they will spend at the event, because I think historically it shows that you'll get more money from people when they spend less to go in. Now, do I say we go from 25 down to 10? Cool. Maybe it's 25 down to 15 or 25 down to 20. I just think that we need to create an environment where more people can come out and we can serve a larger market of people. When we're talking about going down,
you're talking about, that's another thing. We're getting
what?
stagnant.
Okay,
so here's disc golf like this. COVID happened, and that's an anomaly. Okay, COVID happened that really messed things up. Okay, that doesn't happen typically in sports, in anything. But let's go before.
Okay,
was disc golf stagnant, Gary? Or was it growing at a rapid pace?
Disc golf was definitely growing.
At a rapid pace. Compared to what?
A decent pace.
No, rapid. Rapid, Gary.
Okay.
It's a new sport.
Okay.
If you don't agree with it growing at a rapid pace, give me another sport that came out of nowhere and blew up.
No, it's a really solid sport. COVID completely changed the game, and I think the game is at a point where I think we're making too many decisions based on in the industry and for disc golf here based on fear and defensiveness. And I think I'm telling you, you give the people ability to be there for less. You look at the mass number of people who talk about this stuff and agree that if it was a little bit less money, I'd be more willing to go. We're looking to go to a new market here with the New Orleans area. Imagine pricing out a number of people because it's too much to get in. Now make it so that, hey, we're in this huge market.
Pickleball flew by disc golf. Pickleball was made in 1965. So I've heard this before. Okay, keep going. Sorry. I'm looking at the chat, and it's just pickleball.
Yeah.
1965. It was before disc golf.
Yeah, and pickleball's not fair because they literally grew off the backs of disc golf by putting all their courts on disc golf courses. It's kind of annoying.
Keep going. Sorry to interrupt you, Gary.
No, you're fine. You're fine. No, the point that I'm trying to challenge is we just do this thing, I think, in disc golf where like we get comfortable with the concept and it has to be that way because we see steady growth. But I think what's happening now is we're reaching a point where that growth is starting to flatten out, and we have to think about what that next step is going to be. It's improving the overall product. Brody has the question. You can go to the bathroom if you need to, Brody. Go ahead, buddy.
Savannah Bananas. Ever heard of them?
Oh, yes.
Yep.
Ever heard of them?
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, you can get a Savannah Bananas ticket for around $35. Like that's the cheapest ticket you can get for about $35. Okay. Mm-hmm. When they first started, their tickets were $15, and that included an all-you-can-eat food package.
Mm-hmm.
We are Savannah Bananas at the very beginning.
We were free for
no. That's where we are right now, Yuli. That is where we are right now.
We were free for 50 years. Actually.
That is where we are. We need the $10, and guess what? All you can eat. That's the package we need right now. We are not a holy crap. We have way too many people here. We need more security. We need more blah, 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 blah. We are not there. That is not where we are. We need to be like, hey, guess what?
You don't think watching McBeth, Anthony, and Gannon live is worth $25?
The people are telling you it's not.
I don't know who they are. I'm not gonna care.
Julie, the people are telling you it's not by the amount.
That's not how that works, Gary. That's not how that works. No, it's
you're
not.
You're not gonna get someone who doesn't know those people.
That's not true, Gary. When somebody says, "Hey, you're going to a professional,"
telling you,
and they're a singer, and I've never heard of the singer, I'm going to pay to go to the concert with my friend to hear somebody probably pretty good. Why? Because they're the best.
They're going for you because you asked them to go. and because you're telling them they're the best ever. I've done this
These are the best
before.
of the best ever.
I've done
Yuli,
this. Yes,
people
it's-
like singing. I've
Yes.
never heard anyone that says I do not like music. So if someone says, "Hey," it's my whole ice cream argument. Everyone loves ice cream. The only people that don't like ice cream are freaks.
No, there's a level.
So if
There's
someone
a
says
level of-
no, if
yes,
someone says,
there's
"Hey,
the
I have a
best
really good
singer in
ice
the
cream
world, and there's
joint.
the best.
If I have a really good ice cream joint, you want to come?" Everyone's gonna be like, "Heck yeah!" But the thing is you're saying, "Hey, there's a really cool pie shop
Not
down the
pies.
street." No one knows
No
about
pies.
pie shops. They don't believe you. They're not getting in your car about pie shops.
It all goes
No,
back
there's
to
a
pie
level
shops.
to this, okay? And it is the best to ever do it. Okay, there is.
It's
Okay.
something that most people don't care.
Or they don't know
Majority of people
about.
do not care.
The
Why don't
number
you
of
go
people
to
who don't.
Yuli? The Cup Stacking World Championships is coming to Charlotte. Why don't you go to that and pay $30 to go watch the best people in the world cup stacks?
Ooh,
Stack
see, here's an
cups.
interesting one. Here's an interesting chat right here. It says, Gary, you're wrong. I know Yuli agrees with that statement. It says, we really don't want people who have no idea about disc golf at disc golf events.
I hate that.
don't-
That's
mentality.
crazy.
I hate that
It's crazy.
mentality. I hate that mentality.
We need people there. We need to grow the sport.
We need to
people there.
send Yuli to like the most niche world championships. The puzzling world championship. We need to send him
It's
to
not the
cornhole.
same, Brody. It's not the same.
Wait,
Hacky
how
sack.
is the puzzling world championship not the same as disc golf? I would argue more people like puzzles than disc golf. Puzzling world championship is probably bigger in the sense of the amount of people that like puzzles.
Do you know what an
compared to disc golf.
athletic movement is, Brody?
Oh
Do
my
you-
god!
No,
I
do
could,
you?
I could argue. I could argue
Let me
that
ask
we
Brody
don't need to
again. Do
compare
you
this
know what
to
an
any
athletic
sports.
movement is?
You literally
You're
were just
watching
talking about singing. You literally were just talking about singing. Some of the best singers stand behind a microphone
was a
and don't do a
no,
single
don't-
athletic
don't-
movement.
don't- no,
Everyone knows what a
Don't
puzzle
switch
is. They
my
don't know what
words.
disc golf
I was
is.
giving an opinion on best of the best. I'm not talking
Yes,
about
with something that everyone in the world loves. Everyone
Robbie
loves
gets it.
music.
that's not what the point was, Brody. The point
That's
is
my point.
when somebody here, I'll make the point again and I'll go
let's hear it.
slower for you
Let's
guys.
hear it. I'm
Okay,
ready.
I'll
I'm
go
ready.
slower. If somebody tells me,
Yes.
okay, hey Paul, I know this sounds a little crazy, but we have the puzzling world championships, and there's this guy who is the greatest puzzle solver that the world has ever seen.
I'm slightly interested. I'm slightly interested.
Okay.
How
And
much is it going to cost me?
He goes, yeah, it's in this place I've never really been, but I heard it's pretty cool, and it's going to be $25. And then
Reyes
my
Lopez,
next
appreciate you, brother.
my next question is going to be, is there any alcohol there?
Okay.
And
Good
he
question.
says, yes. And then I'm going to say, I'm in. I'm in. I'm going.
You're
I'm
not
with
going to
you.
ask how much money.
I said he said $25. He
Oh,
already
okay.
told- he
Well,
already
that sounds like you just have a drinking problem.
I would want to watch. Okay. I would want to watch the best puzzler in the world
Is-
solve the greatest solving the puzzle of all time. I'd like to watch that. Okay. I'm in on that. I'll pay the $25.
If you take 1,000 random people and ask them what a puzzle is, they're all going to know. But you ask them what disc golf
there you
is,
go.
and
again.
they're
No,
not.
No. All of a sudden, I destroy your silly argument.
What are you
and
talking
I tell
about?
You, yes, I'm in. And now you want to go back to the same thing everybody
Debating-
knows what puzzles are.
Yuli, do
Debate-
you have a
Okay.
Do you have a passport? Because
Okay.
brother, you're going to Calcutta, India next year for the
Okay.
2026
I'm gonna
World Puzzle
I'm
Championship.
gonna redo this. Okay.
One loves to
W-
check
the
the
I'm
holiday.
gonna
WPC.
redo it. I'm
The
gonna redo it.
WPC, baby.
Oh, here we go.
There
the
we
US Air
go.
Guitar Championships.
Go to that, Yuli.
$52.
Go to that.
No,
52
people
bucks.
are. I'm sure it's booked. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna
It
go
has to
one more
be.
time. That way you guys can't try your little manipulation stacks at me, and I'm
Yeah.
gonna go, okay, with your little cup stacking. And here we go.
Mhm.
You're not going to any of those.
No. My buddy comes up to me and he
Your
says,
buddy sounds lame as heck. Is what your buddy
It
sounds
sounds like you're
like.
using examples that are too close to the vest, Yuli.
No. And he says, listen, there's this new game. Nobody's ever heard of it ever in the history of ever. Gary doesn't know about it. Brody doesn't know about it for sure because they've
Okay.
never heard about it. But
Okay.
there's this guy and there's this other guy, and they battle it out, and it's the coolest thing ever, and they're the best to ever do it. It's $25. I would say yes. Is there alcohol there? I'm in. That's the way it works. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, but there's no changing my mind
Hey,
because
and that's fine.
a
Why-
logical
so-
way of thinking.
So why aren't
When-
you busy 24/7 at events? Because there's a lot of events in Charlotte that have alcohol, and you're not at them. What
I
are
don't
you
have
doing?
a buddy asking me. What are you talking about?
So
I
what
don't
you're
have
saying-
a buddy.
So we need
asking
more
me.
people to. So we need more of the distance.
What if there was
so
no
all-
buddy? What if
so-
there's no buddy and no alcohol?
Well, no. I think Yuli's telling the 350 people listening right now that they all need to tell a buddy. People in the
with
chat
me,
right
and
now.
I bet you that they have buddies that
I
will
want to
go.
ask people in the chat: have you ever asked someone to go to a disc golf pro tour event and pay $25? And if so, what was the response?
I know.
I'm
And
serious.
they can't be another diehard disc golf fan.
They can't.
that's
They
not-
can't
yeah,
play
that's-
disc golf.
Yeah, let's give it. Let's go. Let's make sure we have our stipulations.
Yep.
Well, you can't be like, oh yeah.
Well,
we
you
play
just
disc golf
told
every
us to
week.
imagine. You just told us to imagine a fake thing that's the best people in the world, and we're gonna go to. So
So far we have a yes and no.
Robbie says, I literally offered to comp their ticket.
Yeah.
That's
Mad
a good
Dog,
buddy.
I did. I paid for their ticket.
yeah, see, there you go, paying for the ticket.
I wouldn't even ask. I know the answer is no. No, because they would say no. That guy says we're all disc golfers. I bet at MVP this year, there could have been 75% more of the actual players that play in the PGA events locally that weren't at the event. It has to be someone who's interested in the sport.
Yep. You even have to pay to volunteer at MVP.
How many people go? This is
I've never been asked. Could have gone to multiple this year, but I got to pay the bills.
well. Now you can have a buddy pay for it. Apparently, all the buddies pay.
I have a friend who doesn't
Yep.
play. I told he should come for fun. He is down, but only for $20 max.
So if you don't have a buddy, we're definitely not getting that person out there. It's not
That's
gonna
the
happen.
way life
I think-
works, Gary.
No, people go
Oh
to
my
things.
gosh.
Life is a pyramid scheme. Don't you know this?
I'm not going.
We live in a multi-level marketing simulation.
Oh, people are saying MVP was sold out.
Yeah, it is.
Oh no!
Kinda,
How'd they
maybe.
do that, Gary? Oh no!
Well, first of all, I want to know what sold out even means. And if
Yeah.
we're talking about the fact that there's only
Did it
like 3
feel
bleachers
sold?
at
It's
MVP,
probably
you
Did
can
it
sell
feel
those out
lots.
pretty
I have
quick.
to be honest. Their parking is pretty tough.
It's-
Did it
it's bad.
feel
It's tough.
sold out?
It's tough. Well, when you cram them around the 18th green, you could get 30 people and make it feel sold out.
No, it's this whole thing to where you guys are
Yuli,
saying.
give me a dessert that you don't like. If I brought this dessert over for your potluck party, you'd be like, "Why the flip did you bring that? No one's eating that.
pumpkin
Give me the
pie.
dessert. Give me the dessert."
Pumpkin pie.
Okay.
Man.
All right.
Don't
So
respect
if
the
I
pies.
told you, Yuli, I am currently buying the greatest pumpkin pie ever. Sleeping World Championship.
World Sleeping
Sold out.
Yuli, these are not good arguments for disc golf. I think you're thinking you're making good arguments by saying
Yeah.
sold out.
We're
The
not-
fact that the world championships of sleeping can sell out and disc golf can't, that's not a good argument.
No,
That's bad.
that's not a good argument. Our I've said this
That's
last
bad.
week. Our marketing is atrocious when it comes to disc golf. That's not my fault.
Maybe an easier sell if they get more people at the venue, which they could do if they lowered the prices.
If they just gave it for free for everybody, yeah, let's willy nilly free
Oh,
for everybody.
Robbie
Gary.
C, great point. People won't spend $30 for a disc they get to keep. Definitely not paying $45 to go on a hike.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes, Yuli.
Dang.
Yikes.
Yeah, and we
Ours.
that's
Dude, I'm sorry, but you're not changing my mind in this. I live in an actual world where I go to sporting events and I pay triple the amount of money.
I want you to come
Listen.
with me to go buy
You're
a $30
You're not
pumpkin
going
pie.
to watch a
I want you to come
garbage
buy a
team or
$30
blah 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 blah
pumpkin
blah
pie.
down the thing.
I'd like
You're
you to
going
keep
to
a
watch the
journal.
best players in the world. Let's remember the product.
That's
You're-
something that you might not be interested in at all. And you actually might think it's lame.
Yeah, and if you told somebody, "Hey, you want to go to a football game? It's $150," and they have no idea what football is, they're not going to go
How-
watch the football game.
how do
No
they not
idea
know
what football is? What does that mean? How are they living in the United
Everyone
States?
knows what football is.
Okay. Let me ask you this: If
Are we
I
in the
went
middle
up
of
to my wife
Africa?
right now and I said, "Hey, honey,"
Do you know what football is?
no, she knows what football is, and I say $150. You want to go to the football game? You know what she's going to tell me? No.
But what if you told her it was $10?
Yeah, yep, there it is. What they're the best in the world. You can see it for $10.
You
What
can't
you-
see the best in the world. Thank you. You can't see the best in the world for $10. Thank
No.
you, Gary.
No,
It's
no,
over.
best-
You just said
best-
you ran into that
you
one
made
and you're
mine.
done.
No, you
You
made mine.
just said it. You
can
just
go
said
see
it.
the
No,
you can go see the best.
no,
You can go see the
no.
best in the world of football players for $10 instead of $150. The answer would be
Everybody
yes.
would go, Gary, but that's not the world we live
That's
in.
why the prices are
Yes, it
higher.
is.
The demand is so high that
No,
they can
No,
charge
you
these
just made the
prices.
case that if prices were
No, you
lower for the
did.
Pro Tour events, that we get more people there because it's the best in the world for cheaper.
Yes.
That's
Gary,
it. Thank you.
If
I
you
appreciate you, Yuli. I
can
appreciate
you
Oh,
not
you
give
can't
people-
flip that. You can't flip that. You can't try to flip it, even with a
No.
clap. Even if
No,
you clap.
you made the argument for me. I appreciate that. You could put your shovel next to the hole on your way out.
You can't just flip it. You literally said it, and I said
No, you
what?
said $150
You
they're not
can't-
going, and we said
and you-
$10 they are
Gary,
going.
I'm
That's
gonna
it. You got
talk
it.
slower this time, okay?
Yay, all
You-
right.
Okay. Can you go
I'm just as
watch
old as
the
you are.
best players in football in the world for $10? Can you do that, Gary?
Most of the times, no, you can't.
No, you can't. No, not most of the times you can't. That's
Mhm.
not feasible. Why?
Exactly.
No, why?
But
Gary?
but if it was feasible, would
You
more
can't go
people
watch the Sleeping World Championships for $10.
But if you could go to an NFL game and watch the best players in the world for less than what they charge now, would more people go?
They would try.
Exactly.
It would sell
If you could go
so
to a Pro
fast.
Tour event for less than what it is now and see the best in the world, more people would attend. And those more people would attend where they would spend more money on the grounds. You charge the percentage to the vendors, and they would make more money that way than they do right now
That's not
because
how
they
you
want to
make
have
mon-
an extra
That's not how you
$5.
make money, Gary. That's not how business works. Like here, look at this. Okay, it isn't. I'm going to show you a
Okay.
little some. No.
Alright.
Let me. I'll make an example. What's the
Okay.
difference between a Nike shoe and another shoe? Like a one that's $5.
Like a Sketcher? Go with
Sure,
Skechers. Go with
sure.
Skechers.
They're made. Most of them are made in the same freaking warehouse. And why are they buying the Nike one, Gary?
This is a different thing altogether.
No, it's
No.
not.
An event is a one-time thing. A product is a long-term thing. You buy products that are good and better value because they last longer. That's it. This is your
Well, you also buy
apples
products.
and lemons.
You also
No,
buy
it's not,
products for
Gary.
status. You buy products for most people buy products for status.
Exactly. And
lemons.
so let me. So
No
now
one
we're
is
gonna
saying
bring-
that. No one's
we're
saying
gonna
selfies
bring-
at Disc Golf Pro Tour event for
Yo,
status.
look at all these stickers I got from the Pro Tour. What's with that?
No, but telling other disc golfers, hey, I went to the Pro Tour Championships, and they're like, nice. I walked onto the property too.
Yeah.
Cool. Neato. You got to see the best players in the world. That means nothing because we can just walk up and pay $5 and watch Anthony and Gannon battle it out. That's
Well, according to you, it should be 30. I'm saying it should be 5 and get more people there. Once again, thank you.
and you bring the
appreciated.
product down. Thank you.
It would
You
not bring the product down.
Yes, you do. There's
Whether-
less value in the product, Gary.
No, there's not.
Yes.
No.
Well, then why is it more expensive to watch
why-
the Chiefs than it is
how
the
does-
Panthers?
No. Why does lowering the price from $25 to $10? How does that lower the value of the actual value?
Are you
not
saying it's gonna be
perceived?
harder? It's gonna be harder to see because of bigger crowds? Is that what you're? Is that
Is
the
that what you're
value?
saying? Like, how does the value decrease?
How
How
does the
do
value
players-
decrease by
how do-
dropping the price?
How do players get less good to watch?
How does the value you're
You
bringing
just-
the value of the whole product down? Yes, it's
How?
cheaper
How?
now.
How?
It's
But, like,
cheaper
how?
to go watch it. It's
But-
cheaper.
no, that's like
But
that's like perceived value. But the perceived value
Perceived
for the
value
event
is Bitcoin.
perceived value goes up because
Like
I
it's
get
a willy nilly.
no,
I can make it
I
up
get-
whatever I want, Gary.
I get more.
and
No,
sell it for whatever
But-
I want.
What I'm trying to say is give me the actual way the value goes down.
Okay,
for the
I'm
event.
gonna go in sporting events alone, Gary. Here you go.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a line. If you want to watch the best players in the world, guess what? Is it more expensive to watch the best players in the world than it is to watch the next lowest?
Okay, so you're trying to make a point where
I'm not trying to make a point. I'm making a point, Gary.
You're trying. The point you're making is its own unique thing that it's expensive to watch the best in the world, and I'm trying to say that if you can watch the best in the world for cheaper, more people will go. More people will go,
I would agree with that.
and it doesn't lower the value. It lowers the value for the venue, but if you capitalize on how that works, you can make more value on the back end.
If you walked into a grocery store and they had cookies, they had dozen cookies for $1 special, those bad boys are flying off the shelf.
In fact, fans would actually value the event more because they
Yeah.
got the same value for less out of their own
Cheap.
pockets,
They're
and
going
they'd
to
be
think
more
this is a
likely.
great deal.
Best
Oh, I
place I've
actually
ever
want to buy
been.
that T-shirt. I want to
This is
go
the
buy
best
that.
place
Dip.
I've ever been.
That's right. Tell
Yeah,
me.
and they're going to be like, heck, I need to spend more money. I didn't spend
just
enough
don't-
money. These are the
don't
best
see-
players in the world.
I got to see disc golf for the first time ever because I saw it was $10. I never would have gone before, but it was $10. I went there and it was
Boom,
the
and there you go. You
greatest-
have a customer now.
And now
that's
I
how
wanna
it works.
go
You have a customer now.
every single time I possibly can for $10.
Yeah,
Forever. And,
And
let's
that's a
keep
customer
it
you
at $10
never-
forever, right, Gary?
Will
Will it ever go up?
Well, once there's
figure out your
100,
price point,
once
you
there's
make the adjustment.
100,000 people trying to go to an event,
Yeah,
you can
eventually
charge
you figure it
15.
out.
The price
Yes.
goes up when the demand goes up. That is
Yeah.
supply and demand.
If it was up to the most disc golf heads, we'd stay at the same price for the next 10 years, and we
thing-
wouldn't do
I-
The
anything.
disc
I
golf
think
world
this, okay?
goes weird. The disc golf world goes, hey, the demand hasn't changed at all. Let's just charge more. I don't know why. I don't get that. I don't understand that. That-
I mean,
Yep.
Like this,
Well, here's
the
the thing.
supply, the
$10
supply
is
stays.
$25.
But see,
My
di-
whole
disc-
argument
disc
is
golf- disc golf saves
$25.
lives. So in the chat, disc golf saves lives. The thing is, in this model, vendors pay a percentage of what they bring in, so they don't run the risk. You could go there, you sell nothing,
Yeah,
and if you
some are
sell
starting to
nothing,
do
you
that,
lose
which
your
is great.
weekend.
Yeah,
That's the
some
way
that
to
are doing good.
That 2K thing was only for D-Glow and Ledgestone, and that's changing. They're doing a different thing for Worlds. They're doing a moderated percentage tier.
I like that they're doing that. I think that makes it less risky for a lot of companies to come
Yeah.
in.
I'm gonna go sell dollar hot dogs.
I mean, we got
You
we
could,
got
yeah,
we gotta
go
get these.
sell
Yeah.
We gotta get
dollar
these.
hot dogs.
I bet if you charged $100 for a hot dog, a lot less people would buy them.
But Brody, it's the best hot dog in the world.
I don't care what it is. I'm not spending $100 on a hot dog, brother. We gotta make it cheaper, Yuli. We gotta make it cheaper, man.
That was a
Yeah,
fun
man.
topic.
I did say we needed to make. I said it was a little much, but I'm not going
Oh,
down. I
so
did.
he's-
No, yes, I did. Go
Let me
rewind
clear
it.
out some space for this back
Rewind it.
family.
Did I not say that? I said $65 or whatever is a bit much, but that's because you were making it sound like it was an everyday thing.
I thought $65 was a per day thing. That's way too much.
Hey, let's let somebody else come in. That
Mike,
was
what are
fun.
you
Thank
thinking?
guys.
Who
Wh-
disagree
where-
with Mike?
I'm
Why you
assuming,
understand?
this conversation's wrapped up a little bit, so I'll just give my thought. The Disc Golf Pro Tour, you would think, has the numbers of the various prices they've had events for. And like ticket price within a certain amount isn't the number one contributor if someone's going to go to something or not. Like it's distance, it's weather, it's like all these different things. And so they must think they have a price point in mind that will, yet they acknowledge less people are going to go, but there's an elastic point to where if you put it too low, no matter how many people come, it's going to be less than the higher price point. And so I think with how much the events cost to put on, they're putting it at a price that they know they're going to feel comfortable not losing money. They probably have figured out that getting more people in the door, majority of people aren't spending more when they get in. Disc golfers are pretty stingy. So I think the strategy of putting it really low and hoping they spend money probably isn't working well. And I would imagine that with all of the data they have, they've figured out a point of elasticity that makes the most dollars in terms of it might be a bit overpriced, but you're getting the people that are going to pay whatever. So maybe I'm giving them too much credit and they're just closing their eyes and winging it. But I would assume that this number is optimal in terms of who are coming for what prices.
Because the Pro Tour would never make a decision that was incorrect.
Can we agree that when we get a drone shot of hole 18 on the final day and we see like 100 people watching, that it probably would be a little bit cooler if that number was like 2,000 people?
It'd be cooler, but I don't think 2,000 people are coming if you make it free at a lot of these places.
But would that be in the process of maybe getting to that faster? Like the whole goal is that can we all agree that the event would look cooler? It would create more buzz, more hype if there was actually a lot of people there. versus it being very, very small.
Yeah,
We
but
all-
hype doesn't pay for events. It doesn't pay for the insurance.
But is it in the process of getting to the point of where it builds faster than the way we're currently going?
Yeah, I don't think they're in the position to take those lumps for short term.
Yes,
we have done the same thing for so long that it's going to take more than once. Yeah. So for consumers to be
for tens of years, we've done it so long.
In the mind of a consumer, if you do something for 3 years in a row, you've established a pattern in their mind, and that's just how it goes.
I don't have a lot of faith. I don't have a lot of faith that if the Disc Golf Pro Tour lost money on tickets, they could last multiple years without financially.
And that's why we're not talking about every event. They got to do like A/B testing at certain events, different markets and things like that. I think they have a prime opportunity here with the Big Easy Open to make the tickets a little less expensive to see if a new market, a large market, given a smaller price point and make the events better. I think they could do a lot with it. And once again, I'm not saying they go from $25 to free, but you lower that by 25 to 10 to 15 or something. It's just
no. Let's go 10.
Yeah, whatever it may be.
Somebody in the chat just said, okay, because there's a paywall, if they make it more expensive. No, that is a completely different thing. I say get rid of the paywall on live for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, without a doubt. I think it should be more money to watch live. That's actually going to my point. I can watch football on my TV and pay whatever my subscription is to just TV in general and watch football every single weekend at a very value price. To go watch a football game should be more valuable. That goes to my point.
Do you think they've just given up on the growth side? Like,
I think they have so many things to figure out.
I don't think the Pro Tour has any interest in growing. I think they have interest in not
like they've just
money.
decided that we can get 300 people to show up and pay $40 to this event. So let's just do that. Let's not risk us dropping it to $10 and 305 people show up.
Yeah. Maybe if they had more financial backing, they'd be more willing to take a risk for a couple of years to see, because sometimes these things do require you to lose for a year or so before it gains any traction. It's difficult.
I'm just glad I'm not the one making the decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds like it would be going way better if you two were making the decision. Actually,
I'd be happy to help.
This is a decision. And this also decision might backfire greatly if no one shows up. Then you have a big problem. Then you're like, it's the reason people aren't showing up is not because of the price. It's because of there's not enough people interested.
I for sure think there is absolutely a price that's too expensive, but I don't think $25 is that price. I don't think $25 is the price to watch the best players in the world compete at a tournament. And I'm going to die on that hill. I don't think $25 is too much to watch the best players in the world.
I think the big problem is, like, I don't remember who was saying it, but that the goal would be to get people not that interested in disc golf. But like, there's people I know that if I paid for their lunch and it was free, they still wouldn't come. So like, I think in that sense, like the market that they even think they have a chance to bring in probably is elastic in the sense that they'll pay $10 to $25 is probably the thought process, because my buddy who doesn't disc golf and makes fun of me when I do would have to get paid to come. And so like, they're never going to get people not interested.
Yeah.
So I think the thought process is like, they just are focusing on the people who have interest in disc golf, which have more of an elastic price of $10 to $15 to $30.
Yeah. It's people who've been exposed to disc golf but have never attended a Pro Tour event. That's the group that you got to try to figure out how to convert.
Has more money than most casual disc golfers. I had negative money in my bank account and I was still saving up money to go watch the Phoenix Suns. He's
going to fulfill DoorDashes after this is over.
Yeah, I actually.
The money argument, I never understand that. People put stuff on credit cards, guys. Just because you don't have money doesn't mean you can't buy something.
No.
The majority of our
credit card.
The majority of our economy is built off of debt.
Yuli has a
People
requirement
buying
with their
stuff.
alcohol. That,
People,
that is, if I don't know, I don't know. Maybe all my friends are alcoholics, but like when you go out to watch a game,
Mhm.
do they sell alcohol? And is that one of their biggest?
Alex,
Is that one of
wasn't
their
advice.
biggest
That
take
was
homes?
facts. That was facts, Alex, not advice.
Huh? Is that true?
Yeah, there's
When you
people go to
a
events just to
baseball game-
drink for sure.
Okay,
Gambling,
thank you.
gambling
That's why
and
I'm making the
drinking.
point. That's why I'm
Gambling and
making the
drinking
point.
are two of the big reasons why people partake
Contrary
in
to
sporting
popular
events.
belief, Paul Ulibarri doesn't drink that much.
I think that a lot of this would be
Just when I
solved
do, things go south.
to Gary's point of like trying to get people who have been exposed to it but aren't that interested. I think a lot of this would be solved by just making on viewing online free, because that'd be a way easier main point to get
Yes.
people interested in it than
You should
convincing them
just
to
be
go.
live on TikTok. Just get the
Yeah.
scroll
Yeah.
people, the doom scrollers. Oh, what's this?
Convert those live views. Yeah, how many roses can we get to have this
what-
person miss this putt?
What are these guys doing in the woods? This is interesting.
Goodness.
All right. Anything else, boys?
Yeah, the last topic was we actually transitioning.
good.
Yuli, there are a lot of people who love you. We've written you letters. We want to sit and talk to you. No, just kidding. I have one more thing, and it's only if you guys want to do it to end on a more happy note, since we just spent a few minutes in the boxing ring. And that is, I want to ask you guys to rank a list of 5 things without knowing what's next.
Okay.
All right, we
I'm in.
can do that. We're pretty
Yeah.
good at this.
Yeah. Okay. So once you rank it, that's it. You know,
It's locked in.
it's locked in. So I have 2. They're really quick. The first one is tour stops.
Okay.
LWS Open and Idlewild. 1
So
through
we
5.
don't know what's coming next, and we're
You-
ranking from 1 to 5.
From 1 to 5.
Do we just put that right in the middle?
No.
Oh.
4.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm going to leave a little wiggle room, but I don't think it's a great stop. I think it's fun, but I think there's going to be better tournaments coming.
But what if there's 2 worse ones?
It'd be tough to find, like, what Cascades
That was
next.
I don't know.
Cost.
Which doesn't ticket.
All right, so what do you ranking?
Okay. All right. I guess we're going 4.
Oh.
Yuli wants to go 4.
Next tour stop is the Kansas City Wide Open.
See, that was good. That goes in front of it. That's a better tournament.
Okay. 3.
No.
You're putting it at 2?
Number 1. No, of course, 3.
Okay.
No. Yeah.
This
Do we
is
put
not-
that at 5?
It would be nice to have that. I think Idlewold's better than Kansas
Okay,
City
then
Wide
yeah.
Open.
Put it. If that's what you think, yeah. We'll
You're
put it-
locking at 5. Now we don't have a dud.
No.
Gary might throw a dud on us. That's why I said Idlewold at 3.
No, I
was
don't
the
think he's throwing a
play.
dud. Let's go.
So you want to put it at
Next.
5? Oh gosh.
Next up is the Discmania Challenge.
Gotta go 3.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Next
Next
not
up
bad
is
so far.
next up is
Okay.
the tour championship.
Oh. 2. I think this is right so far. I honestly
And,
do.
Last one is USDGC.
Yeah.
All right, 1.
We
You got
killed
it. It was good. It was
All
solid.
right. So
It's
we
not
got,
bad.
I think that's right.
Yeah,
I
think
would probably put Idlewild at number 2 in that list.
I
which is
would put
crazy.
Idlewild above a tour championship too.
I like KCWO over Idlewild personally. From like a viewer
Idlewold's a
perspective.
really good tournament. People love that course.
All right,
And-
second one-
and-
Second one's really easy, and that's tee times.
Oh,
Okay.
yes.
There you
Okay.
go.
All right.
All right.
10:15 in the morning.
Ooh. Okay.
You
I mean,
like that?
we're assuming this is
First day.
oh
Let's go
yeah.
first day because I don't
First
want,
day.
You played
'cause-
bad.
Yeah, you play bad. We gotta go first day,
Yeah,
and
first day.
we're assuming FPO has played already.
Well, you're gonna assume it could be anything. So this ranges
Yeah,
throughout
yeah,
the
yeah,
this
yeah.
ranges. Throughout the
Oh,
entire
okay.
game.
So this is what tournaments like that for us? This is
There used to be some events. I think MVP back in the day. FPO.
this
was
is
separate.
Worlds. Is it Worlds? Do we have no FPO tee times?
No, let's just say I mean,
Just tee times.
No
generally.
FPO tee times.
just
No FPO
just
tee
tee-
times.
Yeah.
Tee times.
You guys are going out with your buddies to play tee time at the course or whatever.
Okay.
10, 15
That's a
a.m.
little early for me.
Like a 4, maybe. Yeah, because it's gonna be like we're gonna be finishing. I'm assuming it's like a 2.5, 3 hour round, so we're gonna be finishing a little bit. I would like to eat.
Yeah.
Kind of weird. I think that's like a 4 for me.
Yeah, I agree. I'll
Okay.
go 4.
3:30 p.m.
Ooh,
Solid.
I like that one a lot.
That's lead card.
Is that 1 or 2? I'm putting that at 1 or 2. I don't know what beats 3:30 for me. I like that time a lot.
Yeah, I like it too. Let's go 2. Leave
which
a
number
little
you putting
wiggle.
at?
Little wiggle. Is there a time that you would like better than that? Because
No.
if it's with my boys, I like
don't-
evening.
Oh, I wasn't even thinking about that.
You know what I mean? Like depending on
Like,
where you live. It's
Yeah,
like
obviously
perfect
daylight
out,
savings and
the
stuff.
wind's down.
Yeah, like a 6 o'clock round when there's not daylight
it's
savings.
really nice.
That's not bad.
I
Out
don't
of the
think
heat.
he's gonna have a 6 o'clock in there.
So what spot you putting it at?
We'll put it 2.
Okay. Noon.
It's a solid tea time. I mean, that's probably the average across.
Yeah,
the
maybe
board.
like a 3.
Like we're all meeting at 12. All right.
Yeah, maybe like a 3. You just had lunch and you're going out for a round.
Yep. All right.
Yeah,
good.
3 o'clock's fine, or 3 is fine.
Okay. 8 a.m.
Last place.
That's last. Yeah, 5. That's not fun.
That's a bummer.
Okay. So all you have left is your
2 spot.
number 2 spot, which by default is going to be 1:30 in the afternoon.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
We
go.
nailed
You guys
it.
crushed it. You
I
crushed
feel
it.
like we did that pretty good.
That's it.
I thought you were gonna throw out like a 11 o'clock
No.
night,
No.
11 p.m. All right. Well, hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Thanks to our guest Paul McBeth for hopping on. Thanks to all you guys for listening. Thanks again, everyone, for donating to the GoFundMe for Brad. Really appreciate all the support that you guys have shown. And hope you guys enjoyed this. I think we're going to try to grab maybe a couple people, Kale and Simon, potentially for next week to talk about the doubles event. And then we'll try to grab a couple people that won some of these Disc Golf Pro Tour awards too, to have them on and see what they think about that all. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you guys next week.
Okay.